Thank you, Ahmad. No pressure. I did a wardrobe change, guys. I hope you don't mind. I know you don't. I'm wearing sweats. So, hi. How are you? Hello, hello. Yes, be comfy. That's what's up. I'm wearing Aerie and Victoria's Secret pink shorts. Welcome in. Come on in. Hi, Brendan. Web, we sellers. Love that. Ashley, hello. You guys, I have had, yes, motivational chat, and we're going to cover all things shipping. I'm in my kitchen, and so it's a little echoey. I apologize. So we're going to cover all things shipping. If you guys have shipping questions or you're a little confused, I'm going to help you. Okay, so a little background on me. Let me pin the giveaway. Come on. There we go. Okay. This is the giveaway. I got this from Kofi Vintage. It is designer, and it is Emmanuel Ungaro. Yes. So good. And it is designer. It even has its sticker on it. And yeah, I just figured I'd give this away. I got the wallet, and this came with it, and I'll never use it. So y'all enter the giveaway. And tag your friends, peeps. Tag your friends. Ungara. Okay. I love it. Thank you. Hi, Carrie. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to be covering all things shipping today. So if you guys, and we can cover whatever. We can talk about whatever. I just laid JJ down. He's still making little noises. But if you have friends that are confused about shipping, I know that in our private reseller group, the number one question we have, or any of them have before getting started, is how shipping works. I wrote out a little lesson on my whiteboard in my kitchen. So we're going to be able to really break it down for you guys. A little history. Enter the giveaway. It is this gorgeous hanky. I don't want to unfold it because it's so neatly folded. Yes, thank you for tagging her. Hi, Brick and Mortal. How are you? And yeah, we're going to cover all things shipping. A little history on my background. When I was 14, I got hired on to a business that was called AIM Mail Center, AIM Mail Center. Hi. And I worked there from the time I was 14 to the time I was 18. We did everything from USPS. It used to be called first class, but USPS ground, USPS flat rate. We did DHL, we did FedEx, we did UPS. So I'm super well versed in how shipping is run. And I think this lesson is really going to help you remove the fear around shipping. And, I feel like a lot of people have fear around it because they don't understand it. So I think this is really going to help those who are like, I have no idea about shipping or whatnot. I don't know anything about it. We're going to do a really simple breakdown of what shipping is and what I believe the best option is for my business. And I can give advice on what I think would work well for your business. Now, every business is different. Like if you're selling jewelry, what I do is not going to be applicable to what you're doing, because I'm doing high volume with heavy items and you're doing high volume with very lightweight items. But yeah, if you are going to be reselling, or you are a reseller, and you are worried about shipping, or you are struggling with shipping, will you put an emoji in the chat? Or if you just all around don't feel comfortable with shipping, I just want to see what kind of depth we have in the chat right now of who feels comfortable with shipping and who doesn't. Okay, I love it, Tony. I love it. We're going to be covering, I know, that's cute, Carly. But this is perfect for you, Carly, because once you understand shipping and you kind of close that program, I think you're really going to feel so much more comfortable. Okay, Stephanie, love it. And I think that a wonderful thing about Whatnot is their shipping. Hi, Natalie. I love you. I saw your text message to me. I'm so sorry. I had all my kids and I was live 2 times, 3 times this weekend. So I didn't mean to not text you back. Enter the giveaway, you guys. It is this gorgeous hanky. I love you way more, and it is designer. It still has the sticker on it. So enter. You have 17 seconds. Thank you, Katie. I really love them. They're so cute. I wanted something spring. Okay, so I think where we should start is kind of a little breakdown of what Whatnot shipping is, and then we can go over what who's gonna win. I love it. What is it? The Remnan track. Yeah. Hi, Monica. I love it. We are covering all things shipping. So, if you guys know anyone, Remnant. Okay. Thank you. All right. Hi, Red. How are you? Okay. We're covering all things shipping. So, if you guys have a Whatnot account, the way you're going to access your shipping is through your show poster. So you're going to click edit show, and your shipping options are going to be in that edit screen. Okay. I tried to pull it up on the desktop and for some reason they moved it, but that's all right. And also, once we're done with shipping, we can talk about whatever you guys want. Like if you have questions about your business, if any of you are interested in joining our private coaching group, we can talk about whatever. So we're just going to go over shipping. Raise your hand if you are ready for the lesson and you need more information. Raise your hand. I just want to see if maybe we should wait until more people are coming in. How are you, Red? I'm glad you're here. All right, we're ready. I love it. I love it. Okay, Katie is ready. Priscilla is ready. Tony is ready. Welcome, everyone. We are covering shipping today, and we're also going to go into whatever you guys want. I'm going to take you over to my whiteboard, and we're going to kind of break it down on the whiteboard. Y'all can take a screenshot of this if it's going to help you. But we're just going to carry on over here. And I'm going to try and line this up. I may need to lift you guys up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Can you guys read that? Is it legible? For me, it's backwards. Okay, we're going into teaching mode. And if you guys, so I'm going to deliver my message, save your questions for after, and then I will answer your questions. All right. I know, I'm so grateful y'all are here. We're going to break it down. We're going to make it super simple. I really want you guys to be empowered in your business. Okay. I apologize for the echoes, but it's like I'm in my kitchen and we have hardwood floor. So it's pretty echoey. Okay, I do have to back it up. I was like, maybe I can get it a little bit closer. Okay, if you guys find this information helpful, feel free to tip. No obligation. Get it for free. It's not. I would give it to you anyways. But my husband and I are trying to buy a family vehicle. My in-laws are holding their old vehicle for us. Our goal is $5,000. I will thank you so much. This is not my forte, but I'm gonna do my best. All right. So if you guys find this helpful, any tips are greatly appreciated. Hi, Abby. All right. So we're gonna start with what Whatnot shipping is, and we're gonna go by weight. Okay. So in your Whatnot settings, these are your options, okay? USPS ground is for 0 to 15 ounces. So if you're shipping something that is under a pound, Whatnot automatically chooses USPS ground, okay? USPS ground used to be first class. So if you're like, what is ground? It used to be USPS, first class. And if you guys can hear JJ, it used to be USPS first class, all right? So, but they recently changed it like a year ago. The second option is for 16 ounces to 5 pounds. So 1 pound up to 5 pounds. These are your options. You can choose priority flat rate, and USPS will supply you with free boxes, okay? These are free. So you can order these on USPS.com and they're completely free, okay? So when you go into someone's show and it says in the upper right-hand corner, it is $8.95 in shipping, that means that they have chosen priority flat rate, okay? Now, the key with understanding priority flat rate is that Whatnot has a rule where if they go above 5 pounds, it is going to bump them into this category. So, in this category, you have two options. USPS ground, which is the same as this one. This one's just for lighter weight. This is for heavier weight. And then you have priority mail. There is no priority flat rate for this option. One thing to remember is USPS, priority mail for USPS, priority flat rate up here, priority flat rate. USPS, their rule is you can ship up to, I believe, 70 pounds in one of their flat rate boxes. If you can fit it and it's under 70, it's under 70 pounds, you can ship it. So it's only Whatnot that has the rule that if it goes above 5 pounds, they're gonna bump you into this new category. So if a buyer buys 5 pounds and then they purchase something else, it's going to bump them into this category. Let me go back up here. I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I drank a lot of coffee today, so just bear with me and I will answer questions at the end. So, priority flat rate, USPS supplies your boxes for free, okay? These are the boxes and they're what they look like. So this is a medium flat rate box. This is a large flat rate box. And this is a envelope, flat rate envelope, okay? These are what I use. These are the only 3 flat rate options as far as supplies go that I use. So, if you choose priority mail, you have to provide your own box. You cannot put a priority mail label that is not flat rate on one of these. They will send it back to you. The reason why is if you were to go to the post office and you were to drop this package off and pay for it there, they would charge you a flat rate. I believe it's like $21.95, something like that. And if you can fit it in here, you can ship it if it's under 70 pounds. But priority mail has no weight limit, and you're going to have to provide your own box. So something like this. You're going to slap that label on something like this, and you're going to be able to ship it that way. If you are a clothing reseller and take this with a grain of salt. You don't have to take my advice. If you are a clothing reseller, I would 100% do from 1 pound to 5 pounds your option as priority flat rate. There's 2 reasons. One, actually, there's three. 3 reasons why I would choose this option for up to 5 pounds is the cost of shipping supplies. You're gonna have your priority flat rate boxes shipped to you. They're completely free, and you just have to provide the label and the tape. Another reason why is priority flat rate is much more economical for the buyer. So if you were to choose this one, just priority mail, their shipping rate is going to go up as they purchase more. So it's going to continue to accrue a balance. What priority flat rate does is it says, okay, for up to 5 pounds, we're only going to charge $8.95. And that gives your buyer this huge leeway where they're not having to accrue shipping every single time they buy an order. So your best option if you are selling clothes is to do priority flat rate shipping. For 5 pounds and up, I would 100%, this is what I would choose. This is what I do choose, is I would choose USPS ground, okay? It is going to be way cheaper for your buyer. If your buyer is buying over 5 pounds of clothes, you want to give them a deal. You don't want them to have a very high shipping accruement. So what happens is Whatnot's like, okay, you did your 5 pounds and now we're bumping you to this category. When you bump your customer to this, or they get bumped to this category, USPS ground is so much more cost effective. It's not going to charge them as much shipping when they order an item. Priority mail is going to be more expensive. Now, here's the difference between USPS ground and priority mail. When I'm talking about priority mail, I'm talking about priority flat rate and priority mail. The difference between these two is that USPS supplies you a box. You cannot use your own box. And with priority mail, you provide your own box. All priority mail items are 2 to 4 days ship time. So there is incentive to choose priority mail because your items will get there sooner. But because they're ordering over 5 pounds, I would still send it USPS ground. It'll get there 5 to 7 days in ship time, but you're going to give your customer the best option as far as like not accruing a high balance in shipping. It's gonna do 2 things. It's gonna motivate them to keep buying, and it's going to keep their shipping cost super low. So when your buyer is in between this weight between 1 pound and 5 pounds, let's say you choose priority mail. Priority mail, you have to provide your own box, and the shipping price goes up by weight. So the more they buy, the more they accrue in a shipping balance. Both USPS ground and both priority mail, they provide the tracking number. So USPS will provide tracking for any of these options. Also, if you are doing USPS ground, and you're selling clothes, I use these white poly mailers. Okay, I get like 500 of them for $25. I get them on Amazon. I can If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I will post my Amazon storefront so you guys can purchase the supplies that I use. Yes, I will add the link. If you want to, Fadiha, if you're following me on Instagram, okay. I love you. I love that. These are the poly mailers that I use for USPS ground. They're so great. They're super sturdy. I am hyper aware in my business of how much waste I am creating through the supplies that I'm using. These are not biodegradable. I am interested in looking for biodegradable packaging, but I have not found one that is worth the money. So if you are shipping USPS ground and it's over 5 pounds, this is the box that I use. There's also another one that is smaller than this. I get all of these at Walmart. I go to their little shipping section, it's where the notebooks are, and I just purchase like 15 of these a week, okay? So USPS ground, you need your own brown box. If you're shipping flat rate, you're gonna need your own shipping supplies from USPS. So in my business, hi Meg, in my business, when I do shipping, I always choose the large flat rate box and the medium top loading box. So in Whatnot, when you do your shipping, it's gonna ask you if you have selected flat rate. It will ask you, what box do you want to send this shipment in? Now, I have been doing this a very long time, so I can look at my video receipts and know how all the items are going to fold and what box they're going to fit in. If you are new to priority flat rate, what I would do is I would take one of these boxes. I apologize, this is going to be loud. Turn your volume down. I would take one of these boxes, tape the bottom, and go look at your video receipts, pull the item, fold them up, and see what box it's going to fit in best, whether it's going to fit in this one or this one. There are a couple of reasons why I do not use the side loading boxes. Let me grab one. I have one. Okay, this is a side loading box. These ones. There's a couple of reasons why I do not use these boxes. Reason number one is they're not as durable. See, this is a package that was sent to me from Whatnot, but it's completely crushed. They're not as durable. They're very thin. Another reason why is I want the customer experience to be wonderful. Trying to open this is so difficult. And also, they don't get a good visualization by such a dark and narrow box. But if you're in hybrid, if you are selling clothes, what I like to do is neatly fold my item, put it in the box. I buy the large pack of shipping paper from Walmart. So I'll get my big boxes and I'll get a big roll of shipping paper. I cut it into a square and I place that on top of my clothes. Then I fold it up, I tape it, and I put the label on it. But the reason why I love these boxes is because a lot of consumers are doing, what is it called? You know, like where they purchase clothing and they pay a monthly rate and they get their boxes in the mail. So they pick like a whole month of clothes. Yes, unboxing and subscription. So I want that same sort of feel. So when they open this, they just take a pair of scissors, open it, and boom, their clothes are neatly folded. It's part of the experience. But having one of these, it kind of, for me, this is just my opinion, it diminishes the experience. And what you're trying to do throughout your whole business is from the time that your customer purchases your item to the time that they receive it, that customer experience, you want it to be 5-star. Whatever you can do to make sure that just those little nuances are amazing, they will come back. Yes, they will come back. Take your screenshots. Yes, I sure can. Okay, you're so welcome. Okay, you guys can post. That's my presentation. Was it good? Was it good? That's my presentation. And you guys can post your comments in the chat or your questions. I'm just scrolling to see if I have any. Thank you for the tip. I don't know who tipped me. Jessica, thank you so much. Okay, you screenshot it, we're good. 2626. Can you please remind us what weight amount the most durable box is best for? Yes, it is best for 1 to 5 pounds. That is the only Whatnot will not allow you to use priority flat rate if the customer has purchased over 5 pounds. So you don't really need to worry about whether or not you're choosing the right box based on weight because they already choose it for you. You can only do it between 1 and 5 pounds. I hope that answers your question. Jessica, thank you for the tip. I'm not sure if you have them. How do you arrange your settings before your live show? Okay, I'll go over that. Thank you. Yes, it's $8.35 for any priority flat rate. Who asked that? Tony. It is $8.35. I apologize. I may have this wrong. I don't know the exact rate, but everything on Whatnot for priority flat rate, including this, is $8.95 or $8.35, whatever the amount is. There is no differentiation. There's no difference. You can put it in any of the priority flat rates for $8.35. Does that make sense? So Whatnot has a rule that if it's between a pound and 5 pounds, you can use any of the priority flat rate boxes. It can be small. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you. All flat rate packaging. Why I have shipped 15 to 20 in large flat rate. On Whatnot, because Whatnot will not allow you to ship over 5 pounds in a flat rate box. If you are talking about going to the post office and paying for it yourself, it is you can ship up to 70 pounds, but it's Whatnot that requires you to have to only do up to 5 pounds. Whatnot covers the rest of the cost. What do you mean? The rest of the cost of what? Oh, okay, it's $8.35. The flat rate. Yes, so Whatnot most likely has a deal with USPS. They've most likely contractually figured out like a good rate for us as buyers on the app and sellers on the app. So it's not going to fall into line with USPS. It's going to fall into line with what Whatnot says. Am I going to go? Okay, hold up. Yeah, Whatnot has a deal with USPS. They probably have a contract. Yes, that's true. Are you going to go into pickup orders? What do you mean? Like to schedule a pickup? How does the seller know what the shipping is for smaller items like makeup? Does the seller just estimate the weight of small items? Yes. So Whatnot gives you a pretty good chunk leeway. So on Whatnot, let me write this out. Okay. So when you do your order, so when you do your listing, if you're building it live or whenever you're building your listing, these are your shipping options. Okay, you have 0 to 1 ounce, 3 to 7, 8 to 11, 12 to 15 ounces, and then you have a pound or 2 pounds or 3 pounds. So if someone's selling makeup, they're gonna know it's between 3 and 7 ounces. They can also look at the weight of how much product is in the item, and they're able to choose. Let's say you choose 3 to 7 ounces, Whatnot automatically chooses 7 ounces. I gotta choose a different marker. This is not working. So when you're choosing any of these ship rates, they automatically choose this number to put on the label. So when you choose 0 to 1, they choose 1. When you choose 3 to 7, they choose 7. So you have built in like little error. So like if you have an error, you have like a good little space to kind of be like, whoops, didn't do that. When Whatnot first came on, they were not allowing flat rate boxes, which is why I did not sell on this platform. Yes, so they've changed that. I love this. I feel like I'm back in class during COVID doing virtually. I love it. I personally weigh my items prior to having them listed for show, so nothing is off during shipment. Yes, wiggle room. Thank you. That's all I was looking for. Yes, you're so welcome. Does anyone else have any questions? Y'all can screenshot this. This is just like a very basic overview of Whatnot shipping. Like if your business is, where you're not selling clothing, what I would choose would be way different. But because I'm doing high volume, high weight, I am going to choose this every single time for this weight class. So if you're doing clothing, these are the settings that I would personally choose, that I do choose in my own business. Between 1 and 15 ounces, they choose it for you. You don't even have to worry about that. But for a pound to 5 pounds, I would do flat rate. And then from a 5 pounds and up, I would do USPS ground. It is going to be a longer ship time, okay? But it's most cost effective for your buyer. It's not going to accrue as much. Is there a specific time Whatnot sellers to get their items shipped after a show? It's 2 days. You got to hit that drop off button 2 days. I've been suspended for a week, and my instant pay was turned off for a month. And so I take that very seriously and get your shipping out the door because Whatnot will flag you. Yes. So Fadia, in your show, yeah, they don't play. And so shipping has been completely improved on my end. Fadia, when you create a show poster for each show, you are going to have a shipping option. It's going to allow you to select a shipping option. In those options, they're going to give you these two criterias for 1 pound of 5 ounces, and you'll have two selections, either priority flat rate or priority mail. Same with 5 pound plus. You'll have these two drop down options, and they're in your show posters. It's only longer if you're across the US. If the buyer is close to your state, yes, it will still get there in a few days. Yeah, Whatnot don't play. Hi, Linz. What happens if they spend a couple weeks without shipping? Can a buyer cancel the purchase? Yes. You can totally cancel. If you purchase something and the buyer or the seller does not ship it, you can hit up Whatnot and ask for a refund. And so what happened when I was suspended for not complying with a 2-day ship time is I had customers who hit up Whatnot and were like, hey, this item was not shipped on time. And so I was flagged through my buyer. So be super diligent about shipping on time, because I cannot tell you what a rough time that was for my family. So much beautiful, good things came out of it, but man, it was rough to not have instant pay. It was my only source of income. It took me like almost 12 days to get paid. So after I shipped the item, once the item arrived, it would take 72 hours for me to get paid, and I had to do that for a whole month. It was so lame. I will never be late on shipping again, I'll tell you that much. And it was like I wasn't notified, because Whatnot's like notifying email that you are in shipping compliance went to my junk mail. So my account was just completely turned off. It was crappy. If someone is buying something over 5 pounds, Whatnot will adjust the shipping automatically. Yes, that is something y'all need to understand. So when you become a seller on Whatnot handles the shipping. The only thing that you need to do as a seller before you go live is you need to choose your options. Once you choose them, when someone purchases something from you, Whatnot will already they will put all of the weight and calculate their shipping already. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that. So no instant pay until 1,000 items. That is correct. You have to sell 1,000 items. You also cannot have any marks against your account for lack of shipping or other things. What is the best option for shipping? Okay, Shopaholic. We just went over all of that. How does free shipping activated happen? Okay, so free shipping activated happens when a buyer purchases between 15 to 5 pounds. So it's not technically free. What's happening is a buyer makes a first purchase. Let's say it's 15 ounces, okay? Then let's say they purchase another item and it puts them in this flat rate category if you have this chosen. So what happens is when you accrue enough weight to be bumped into this category, it's only going to charge them $8.95. So once it hits 1 pound, $8.95 was automatically charged, and that weight that they have between 1 pound and 5 pounds is technically free. Once they go over 5 pounds, it's no longer free, and they're going to charge them based on whatever you've chosen for 5 pound plus. So it will start to accrue more shipping costs if they have purchased over 5 pounds. So, but that free flat rate or that free amount is when they pay the upfront cost of $8.35. Sorry, my numbers are wrong. $8.35, and then they have up to 5 pounds to be able to use that $8.95 shipping. But once it goes over 5 pounds, they start accruing shipping costs again. They did? No way. Shut up. Shut up. Are you for real? Shut up. I gotta look. Oh, I can't look because I'm live. Shut up, girl. You guys, it's on their website. I looked it up last week. Shut the front door. Can I tell you why that is amazing? Why that is amazing? Because if you choose priority flat rate and you can ship up to 70 pounds, it's not going to accrue a total for your buyer. They're gonna pay one flat rate, and whatever will fit in that box under 70. Let's go, you guys. That is so good for you as a seller. Yeah, keep on shopping, y'all. Yep, it's more about size at this point and what you can fit inside the box. Do they have to pay $8.35 even if their item is less than 1 pound? No. If it's under a pound, Whatnot will automatically choose USPS ground. It will automatically choose it. Does the price of shipping also depend on where they live? Maybe. If you are choosing non-flat rate, yes. If you're choosing priority mail or USPS ground, it will do it based on their location. But if it's flat rate, it allows for 70 pounds, and it doesn't matter. They're going to pay flat rate. Are you staying up to 70 pounds priority? Yes, we are saying that. The flat rate boxes only allow you up to 25. No, if you go to USPS, it should say that it actually might say on this box that you can ship up to 70 pounds. Don't quote me on that because I looked that up quite some time ago. No, it doesn't say. But you can look it up on their website and it should tell you how much. Best ink and printer types for labels, 26. I use a Rollo printer and I use the Rollo brand sticker. I have used the generic from Amazon and they're garbage, okay? It ruined my printer. The little dusts that are in the little poked holes so that you can tear the label got into my Rollo printer and it does not work as well as it used to. So I would 100% stick with the Rollo labels and the Rollo printer. It's the best. I'm going to double check that because the boxes stated at one time up to a certain pound and it wasn't 70, I don't think. Yeah, I would look it up. Up to 70 pounds as long as it fits in the flat rate box. Yes. How do you deal with large items? I have had someone buy 18 items, but they ordered like 2 huge coats. How would you use 2 boxes? You have to, Jennifer, you have to make sure that whatever that shipping label says, you got to put that in the box. So say that you split the order. When you split it, it's going to put some items in one box and some items in another. And you have to follow whatever those video receipts are, you got to follow that. What you don't want to have happen is mistakes happen and they get their items and they're like, hey, this item is missing. You want to make sure that however they order, that you put those items on those shipping labels in that boxes. Can you use a regular printer and regular printer paper? Yes, you totally can. And Carly, when I see you, I will show you how you can get like little clear envelopes for free. They have adhesive on the back and you can put it on your package so you're not having to tape that on. You can just get the free supplies from USPS.com. I'll show you how to do that. If all the items don't fit in a large flat rate, do you, the seller, cover the shipping for the items that need to be? Yes, you do. Ever read? So let's say you miscalculated and it's not going to fit in your large box. You're going to have to go to your shipping for that order. You're going to have to turn off flat rate and choose your shipping option. I would choose USPS ground, or actually, it's going to choose whatever you have chosen for USPS, or I'm sorry, for 5 pounds and up. So you actually don't have to select anything. You just need to turn off the priority flat rate notch, and you get 5 oopsies a week. So let's say you do that, Whatnot will cover up to 5 oopsies. So just remember that, but it is very important that you are accurate with what goes into what box. What if the items don't fit in the box? So I just explained that. Thank you. If it's priority shipping, can you use a huge brown box with the priority label to make them all fit? No. If you're, so on this, let me just show you on the label. I'm not going to show you the information. I'm just going to show you. You'll see right here, it says priority flat rate. Do you see that? It says a medium flat rate box. That is how you know what box to put that item in. If the label just says priority mail and it doesn't specify a box, you have to use one of these. You cannot use this. Okay? If the label specifies large flat rate, you can use the large flat rate. If not, you have to use your own brown box. You can use old Amazon boxes. You can use diaper. I use like wipey boxes just because sometimes some orders are just different. And I need a box that will fit it. You don't have a Rolo. Okay, you can look the Rolo up. They actually have a wireless one that I really want. They do have priority boxes that are not flat rate. They do? I don't know that. Okay, good to know. You've used large poly mailers for priority shipments, not flat rate. Love it. Okay, well, I'm gonna give me some of those. I did not know that. They're a bit deeper. Okay, then I love it. Just put the wireless one in my cart on Amazon. Amen. I love it. Get it. Yeah, you need them. Just this week, they gave me free priority box. I love it. Okay, I'm going to order some. It's bigger than the large flat rate box. I'll message you the name of it. Okay. And will you just send me a screenshot or like a link, Brie, to it? I love this. I love this. Look at this. This is why we do this, so that we can help each other. Okay. Take a screenshot, y'all, because I'm going to move into my living room because I'm kind of hunched over. But take a screenshot so y'all can remember this, all right? Or we're going to go into my living room because I don't want to be hunched over anymore. We can move on to other things, friends. If you are looking to also, I will leave this video up. So if you're just coming in and you did not see the board with the shipping info, I will leave this video up in my past shows and y'all can rewatch it and kind of just get a feel for what shipping is. I hope that was helpful. I was like trying to figure out like what's the best way to like explain this. It's actually really helpful because I'm going to be teaching this in our coaching group soon and I need to be able to like break it down, you know? Can you talk about prepping for a show? That is the part that I'm definitely having problems with. I'm a one-woman show. I'm not good at prepping. Yes. So in our coaching group, we call show prep staging. And there is a lot of different steps to staging. If I was just starting out, I would make a step by step process of whatever, or just make a list. Get a sheet of paper, make a list of everything that you know to do before a show. What you need to do. Do you need to steam items? Do you need to wash items? Do you need to hang them up? Do you need to lint roll them? Do you need to kind of go over them for flaws? Like, list everything that you need to do for your staging process. Then what I would do is rearrange each task into an order that will cohesively take you from the beginning to the end. The whole goal is to get the item on a rack and to make it show ready. So that's what I would do to um, start the staging process. My husband and I go into like deep depth on how to stage items in our private coaching group. If any of you are interested, the link to the coaching group is in my Instagram bio. It is $27 a month. We do a Monday group call on Google Meets. It's been the biggest blessing. I cannot even tell you, just like the beautiful camaraderie that we have as women in this group. And it has expanded my mind around my business and helped my business grow. Kofi Vintage is in the coaching group as well, and she is blowing up right now. We are literally teaching her. She is like our perfect avatar to who we want to teach Live Reseller Pro to. Our content is growing every day. My husband created a digital tracker for your business. So you get access to that. You get access to private coaching while the group is still small. Private coaching calls. We have a group that is on an app called School, Skool. It's the same group that I was talking about earlier. And yeah, it's like a social media platform. So we're constantly talking to each other. We're giving each other tips, different strategies. I don't know if any of you are interested, or if you have questions, if you're like, I don't really know if I want to pay you $27 a month, hit me up on Instagram or on here, and I'm happy to answer them. If you use any non-flat rate priority mailboxes, the price changes by distance. So New York to California is more than California to Arizona. Love it. Best way to stay organized with who purchased what. I've seen people using round stickers with numbers. 26. So I do not preload my store. I do runner pass style. It is mystery pulls through and through. And I use the colored sticker labels per weight class. So if someone's item is 4 to 7 ounces, I use a blue sticker and a number, and that number and the color matches. So if video receipts go down and I did not sticker my item, I would not know what item they purchased. So super important to never rely on video receipts, because I have relied on video receipts and sometimes they've not come through and it was a disaster. So I will never do that again. Can you talk about promotions and if you think it's worth it? Yes. I promote every single one of my shows. I'm promoting this show right now. The whole goal of my business is to accrue a lifelong customer. That is the whole goal of my business. I am doing $5 starts because it gets buyers into my show and it gets them to purchase. $5 is a low enough start that it piques interest and I get new buyers. My goal is to turn new buyers into repeat buyers. And $5 starts, I feel, my husband and I feel, is the best way to do that for my model in my business. So with promotion, I have actually started kicking up how much I do for promotion. There are two options in boosting your show. Promoting your show. There is boosting, And boosting is you are paying for a 15-minute period where you are at the top of your category. You're the first one up there. That is what boosting does. It will only allot you a 15-minute period. So let's say you boost your show. While you're on your show, you can hit the more button. You'll see three little dots. You can hit your more button and you can see how many minutes left and how much money has been accrued while you're still on your live. So they will have like a ticking timer to tell you, like, hey, you have 4 minutes left. We've used $7 of your boost allowance, and you have this much more time in that top corner. If you are well, let me go over the second one. The second one is promotion. That is viewership. So if you're trying to get more eyes on your business, I would 100% use the promotion tool. If you are a small seller, if you're just starting out, I would not follow the guidelines of what Whatnot is asking you to pay. In the beginning of when promotion came out, I did $2 to $6 every 3 hours. And that alone did a huge boost in viewership. Now that I'm growing, I'm not promoting my show so that my viewership count will go up. That's not my goal. My goal is to use the promotion tool. So I give it an hourly rate, and I want more people, new buyers, to be exposed to my show poster. So when you promote your show, Whatnot will put you in front of buyers who are not following you. If you were to just go live and you don't have the boost or the promotion on, you're going to be in your category, whatever place you're in your category, and you're going to be exposed to people who follow you. People who aren't following you can still find you, but I want to be exposed to new people. So I'm actually putting quite a bit of money into promotion because I'm trying to grow my audience and I want to get new people into my show, and I want to have them become repeat buyers. So if you're just starting out, I would use the promote feature. Thank you so much for the tip. Who tipped me? Sin City, thank you. I appreciate you. All tips are helping us buy our family vehicle. We're currently at $427. We need $5,000. And so thank you so much for the tip. I greatly appreciate you. Of course, tips for tips. I love it. So that is my sort of like little rant on promotion. Hopefully that was helpful. What about pricing? So I kind of went into why I do $5 starts. I do $5 starts because I am trying to get, thank you so much. I love it. Shopaholic. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And also, every live I do, I'm gonna put one of these banners up so y'all can see like where we're at. I'm also gonna post on my Instagram when we purchase the vehicle, video of us doing it, so y'all can be a part of this experience. What about pricing? When it comes to pricing, there's a couple of different things that you need to take into consideration. You have to take in your consideration of cost of goods, your time spent sourcing the item, and you need to take into account sort of your buyer's experience as well. So I do $5 starts because I have a low enough cost of goods to be able to do that. I shop at the bins and I'm able to get my cost of goods lower than $5. So I choose $5 starts because I'm still able to make a profit while still giving my buyer a great item for $5. Like in my show yesterday, I had, I think, like 20 to 25 items that went for $5. And they were great items, but most of them were new buyers. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to basically like give my customer an incredible item for super cheap because I want them to come back. So you kind of have to take those things into account. Let's say like your cost of goods is $7. Also, if you are using the method of your tracking every single individual item and what you paid for it, I would not do that. I would, when you go sourcing, I would take the total amount of what you spent and divide it by how many pieces you purchased. Do not be like, oh, I spent $12 on this Johnny Was, I spent $7 on this top, I spent $2 on this. Like, that is so difficult to itemize and it just gets messy really, really quick. So, when you're doing pricing, you're like all over the map because you've purchased so many different types of items at so many different prices. But having a baseline of what it is that you're purchasing and your cost of goods, just accumulating it all in one is so much more beneficial for your business. But you just need to be aware of um, your cost of goods, your buyer's experience, and go as low as you can if you're replicating my model. I want low starts because I'm trying to get that repeat buyer. I have a 65% return buyer rate. So 65% of buyers who come into my show become a repeat buyer. And that is your goal. Your goal is to get repeat buyers, not to get the most out of every item. If you're just starting out and you're like, I'm going to hold on to this piece, I'm not going to start it at $5, I'll start it at 100 or I'll start it at this. By you doing that, one, you're telling your customer, I don't trust you. I don't trust you with this item, so I'm going to hold it and withhold it from you until I trust you enough and you spend enough for me to show you this item. By me being like, this is a 1970s wool coat, $5 start. That buyer is like, wow, she's trusting me with this amazing item at $5 starts. And if someone gets it for $5, I'm like, let's go. I want you to come back. So you just got a killer item for $5. But your goal is not to get the most out of every item. If that is your goal, you are a traditional reseller. You are a traditional reseller. A traditional reseller sells on Etsy, Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. That is your lane of selling. If you are trying to build a customer base, give your buyer a great item for a great price, and you're trying to get repeat buyers, live selling is for you. Live selling is not for those who are trying to get the most out of every single item. You don't understand your buyer then. You don't understand the market of whatnot. I cannot see the chat, so I will scroll and we'll continue the conversation. But I just want to say, like, I see so many resellers the make the wrong assumption about the buyer on live platforms. Or I can only speak to Whatnot. On Whatnot, people want a deal. They do not want to pay $35 for your vintage 70s sweater. They don't. You guys have to allow the market to determine the price of what they believe it's worth. You have to do that. If you are resistant to that and you're having difficulty with that, you are going to have difficulty succeeding on Whatnot because your buyer wants a good deal. So my whole goal with $5 starts is to get that repeat buyer. So in the beginning, it's like fishing, you're like, oh, I got one. They paid $5. The next show you do, one buyer returns and you get two new buyers. So now you have one old buyer, two new buyers. Your next show, two people show up and you got five new buyers. Then out of those five, another one comes over. So you have three repeat buyers and you just have to keep doing that. That is your goal, is to get people into your show and to make them a repeat buyer. That is the goal. The goal is not, I want $25 for this pillow and I want to make sure that I get $25. And if you don't give me $25, then I'm upset. That's not the goal. The goal is to get repeat buyers. And Those repeat buyers is what creates a bidding culture. You're not going to get a bidding culture by starting something at $25. You're just not, especially if you're just starting out. Do I think you can do high starts and still win on whatnot? Yes, I do. But I think it's going to take you a lot longer. A lot longer. So, rant over. I'm just passionate about this. Hi, Connie. Hello. Thank you for sending it to me. I don't know if you're still in here, Brie. I love it. I'm using it. Thank you, Jen. You're so welcome. The main thing for me is being super organized. Yes, pre production and post production. So, so true. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for your tips. I agree. $5 always attracts me. Yes, she does the same. Love it. That's good advice. I agree. On cost, hold up. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. Cost calculation. Just don't forget to add promotion, advertising, yes, code across all sales too. Amen. Yes, absolutely. Fees too. There are lots of different things that you need to include with your starting bid. I think that's a matter of perspective and mindset, value in time. It's hard to transition from traditional reseller to auction live reseller. Totally, totally get that. It took me a long time to like switch that over. And I'm not trying to be harsh. Uh, I'm just trying to like get to the root of what it is that most live or traditional sellers turning into live resellers struggle with. I'm just trying to help you. I just want to create that bridge so that you're not stuck in the traditional mindset and then bringing that over into your live reselling business. I missed the last part about the promotion for new sellers. Did she say which one new sellers should pick? Um, I would do both of them, to be honest. I would make sure you're at the top slot for 15 minutes. Do the bid that they ask you. Most of the time, it's between $5 and $7. The boost, I would do that. And then I would promote the first 2 hours, do like $6. Also, they're not going to charge you the promotion fee like right away. Like as soon as you set the promotion, they're not going to take it from your bank. They're going to take it from whatever you earn in that show. And if you didn't earn anything, you'll just be at a negative balance so that when you do earn something, they'll take it out of that. You are providing a service. Deals, quality, and consistency is a service. True, true. Hard to start that low when there is if 5 people watching, though. There is nobody to bid items up. So, but the whole goal of having a low start is to get more people in your show. And you're not going to get more people in your show if you start your items super high. So that goes along, that goes along with the idea that you're trying to get the most out of every item. My business model, how I run my business, is the low start gets people in my door, and it's a low enough start that they're like, yeah, I'll buy that for $5, and they'll swipe. That's the goal. The goal is to get repeat buyers. It's not to get the most out of every item. It's like building your business on sand versus building your business on cement. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to build your business to be like, I want to get the most out of every item, you're trying to build a structure without a solid foundation. And in live reselling, you are not going to be good at it and you're going to suck in the beginning. There is no magic formula that's like, right when I go live, the very first time, I'm going to have 90 people in there and I'm going to sell 70 items. Nope, no, you're not. You're going to have 5 people in there and you're going to have one person buy, and then you're going to get off, and then you're going to do it again, and you're going to have 7 people in there and you're going to have 2 buyers. The growth on live selling is slow but consistent. And the only way you grow and build your viewership is by doing it. There is no magic formula to all of a sudden be at 25 people and you have 3 buyers. You have to build that infrastructure. And I'm saying with a low start, you're going to be able to build that infrastructure way, way faster than if you're like $25 for this sweater, $65 for this dress. It's not going to work that way, in my opinion. Y'all can take it with what you will. And I'm kind of coming hard, and I don't mean any disrespect to any of you who may feel this way. I just want to relay a potent message that will help you grow your business and change your mindset. Because if you're going into Whatnot and you're bringing your traditional reseller mindset, you're not going to win as quickly as you can with understanding that you as a seller can greatly influence your success by taking other people's advice. And this is just my advice, okay? If you can't source easily because of where you live, how do you find a happy balance without having loss? That's the thing. This is what I'm talking about. And I mean no disrespect to any of you. I'm just very passionate about this, and I just want to create like a very sharp answer so it can like pierce that thing in you that's preventing you from succeeding. But Midnight Pavilion, if you can't source things easily, you have to get creative. You have to. There you can there are creative ways for you to go and get inventory for free. You can post on Facebook Marketplace. You can text family and friends. You can drive 2 hours to the bins every 2 weeks and source for 3 days straight on a weekend and then drive back. Like, there are creative ways for you to be able to get low cost of goods, but you have to be willing to put in the work. You know what I mean? If you want to do my business model, which is low starts, getting repeat buyers, that's the whole goal. That's how I got to where I am, was low starts. I did $1 starts for, I want to say, like almost 8 months. If you accumulated what I did before I had my son JJ, and then when I started back up again, I did $1 starts. I paid. If you think you are going to be profitable your very first month in business, you got to reevaluate, because you do have to pay dues, and you're not always going to be profitable. Do I think you can do it? Yes. But if your constant goal is to always be above the red line, you're going to make way different decisions than if you view your loss as a win. So if you view like, okay, she picked it, she got it for $5, I paid $6 for it, so I lost money on that item, but I paid money into her possibly coming back. You have to be able to have that give and take. If you don't have that give and take, you're going to fail over and over and over again, and your emotions are going to be super resistant to your goals and to your outcome. So I'm just trying to like hone in the mindset of how to be able to grow your business quickly, but also understanding you're going to be at a loss. You just are. I was eating $1 starts left and right. I was making 43 cents an item. And I had it listed on Etsy, eBay, Poshmark, where I could have got $14 in earnings, you know? So I get it. There is a desire to want to win right away, but it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And if you function within your business and maneuver within your business that way, you're just not going to make smart business decisions. Cara Free, I answered what Cat Meow said up above. The value cost of your items is not the same at 8 a.m. as it is at 8 p.m. Totally. You can switch up I think you're talking about Asher switching up your show time. I also think live selling isn't for people who can't get goods at a low enough cost of goods. Amen, Michelle. Amen. That's the thing, is like, if you don't have the right conditions for this platform, it's true, you may not be able to make it work. Also, you your business and the mindset around it may be more suitable for traditional reselling. Not everyone is going to be able to live resell. Not everyone has the personality, the skill set, the endurance to be able to live resell. And you have to have like so much self-awareness to be like, okay, I'm not that person, and choose something else, you know? Come and learn, friend. Come on in. Okay, still here. There is definitely a variety of sellers, though. People who have high volume and look to move, and some of us like doing small stock and just start what we want to make. Totally, you can do that. Totally. You're going to grow much, much slower, but you can totally do that. And you can still win. But I'm going to say, I'm going to pass you up 15 times, meaning like I'm going to sell so much more than you waiting for that one item to sell. And you got to remember that your business is a cycle of taking your earnings and putting it back into your business and doing it over and over and over. And my turnover rate on items is going to be so much faster than you waiting for that $25 sale. So I'm just saying, to win at live reselling, the goal is not to get the most out of every item. The goal is to turn items over, do high volume, and to get new buyers, new customers to turn into repeat buyers. Does Whatnot help sellers make connections with companies and secure good discounts? Often seems like many sellers have same brand named items. I do not know. I do not know the answer to that question. I believe that it's mainly seller's um, the seller is seeking those items. Also, you're going to see what works. People are going to replicate what works. So in kids, there's Target pallet pulls. Those do super well. So you're going to see people replicating each other. So it might not be that Whatnot's giving them a deal, but it's that they're just replicating what they see work. She's teaching so we can learn. Thank you so much for tagging all of your friends. But do you recommend doing that even if you're losing money at $5 starts? I Let's say like your cost of goods is $7. Okay, with the time you put into it, the laundering, the cost of goods of your detergent, all that. Let's just say you accumulate it all and you are at a $7 cost of goods. If I if you're trying to be profitable, like you don't want to take a cut, because that can get tricky if you're constantly taking a hit and you're not accruing like a turnover. What I would do is do the lowest amount that you can do. So let's say your cost of goods is $7. I would do $8. So you are at least, or $9, so you can take out the fee and still be profitable. Like whatever your lowest cost of goods is, I would choose that. You know what I mean? Like do like a couple dollars above what your cost of goods is and turn over inventory that way. I think Whatnot has groomed people into this lower price point totally. And low starts are also to get feedback on what our good buys are and what bad buys are quickly as possible. Your stuff may not be as good as you think. That's my husband. My husband is Steve Lance. So, yes, thank you, babe, for bringing that up. Low starts gives us market feedback. So when you hold up an item and you're like, it's $25 and it doesn't sell, but I hold up an item and it goes for $5, I'm like, okay, market feedback. I only got $5. I'm probably not going to pick that up again. Or if I hold it up and say $5 and it doesn't sell, I'm not going to pick that up again. But here you are with the same item for $25 and you still think it's a good item and you don't get the market research. I do. I'm using the $5 start and I'm understanding what's working, what's not working. And that is such good momentum in your business to understand like $5 start is not just to accrue a new buyer, make them into a repeat buyer, but it's also to do market research. What is going to turn over quickly and what are people going to bid up? And you're not going to figure that out if you're continually holding up the same item for $25. Yep, okay, it finally sold. And then you're going to go back out and you're going to source that same item and you're going to charge $25 again. And I'm going to have turned over hundreds, if not thousands of items before you even sold that one item. Does that make sense? Thanks, babe. He's on voice message. He's in the car, so that's why there was a ton of typos. Yes, you're going to suck in the beginning. Asher, I need to follow you. You are friggin' cool. I like you. Like today, I had a lady come back to my kids show because she loved the items she got last time and she put request list of 12 items and bought those. Let's go, Bree. Let's go. Yes, to each their own, for sure. Keep your cost of goods as low as possible. In general, that's best, no matter what platform you use. Totally. I love that you're not sugarcoating it. Yeah, I just want people to win. And there are certain mindsets and certain skill sets that you need in order to win at this game. And this is not something that like my husband and I just like fell upon, you know? We have 5+ years of reselling experience, selling on multiple different platforms, hiring multiple different people to help us run our business. We completely pivoted from traditional reselling, but we still have all of our data, all of our numbers, and we're able to compare traditional reselling to our Whatnot live reselling. And the data is insane, you guys. It's insane. If you are to follow a model, I would 100% follow our model. It works. And if you're interested in private coaching, or maybe you're not, you guys can follow me on Instagram, and our private coaching group is the link is in my bio if you're interested, or you can hit me up if you have questions on the group. Might be different if you have an audience you are bringing with you into live selling who already trust you to pay higher. Yes, but otherwise you got to build true it and meet the seller where they are at here on Whatnot, which is lower starts until they know you and what you bring to the table. Got to grow your audience. There are Facebook groups you can get inventory from too. I used to do those groups during COVID. Bree, I love you. I'm so happy you're here. How long have you been doing live sales? Sin City, sweetheart. I'm hoping you're still in here. I've been doing live sales for 18 months, but I've only been live for like, I think 9 or 10 of those. My husband would know. I took a 9-month hiatus because I had my son JJ and I just wanted to be a mom. So I've been on the app for 18 months. I've been live selling for like 9 to 10 months. It is possible, but it's going to take longer for sure. Yes, law of averages. Thank you. I appreciate. Of course, Midnight Pavilion. I hope I'm not. I just want to truly like penetrate what holds live resellers back, and I want to be able to provide value. Is the best way to gain more followers to continue to have shows and attend shows and network? Ava, in the beginning, networking was huge for me as a seller because I came on right when Whatnot started. So networking was definitely part of the process for me. It is not so much like that anymore. You do not have to network if you don't want to. I do think sharing on your Instagram, sharing to whatever audience you have, 100% do that. But I don't think you so much have to be active on the app and buying from other people as much as you do anymore. I think just sharing with the audience that's already following you on Instagram or friends and family, and word of mouth is the best form of marketing. I cannot tell you how many people here in my local community, Carly told Danica. Danica told her sisters. Her sister told her mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, word of mouth is so good. My husband says you also won't have as much experience because you're limiting your feedback by needing to win on every single item. Yes. Go, babe. You tell him. You tell him, babe. I'm just kidding. Yes, switch show times for different and more customers. It's so true. There's so many variables in live selling that you can use to your advantage. I've heard the pallet sellers say brands reach out to them to sell stuff once they gain a name for themselves out there. Okay, that's good. Hi, cheeky one. How are you? But this has been so helpful. I appreciate all your insight. You're so welcome, Courtney. Um, I appreciate you being here. But it depends on how many people are in your room. Cheeky one, what do you mean by that? Asher, you should join our coaching group. I don't know if it's something that you desire to do. We definitely take our title very seriously, Live Reseller Pros. We're trying to become pros at this. But if you guys have that drive, if you're like, this is what I want to do, I know that I'm called to do this, and I want to succeed, I would totally join your coaching group. The info in my for our coaching group is in the show notes if any of you are interested. Hi Goldie. Welcome, welcome. How long did it take you to build your buying audience so you have confidence in your low starts and high sales? So it took me quite a while. I did $1 starts in the very beginning. And so my bid up, like my highest bid up items would only go to like $7 or like $5. So you do have some building to do, and you do have to like build that relationship. So odd. That's so odd. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My screen split and then it just went black. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Okay, just make sure. Okay, it might help to see other sellers. Wait. Someone asked a question. How long did it take you? Cheeky one, Anita. It took me quite a while. And the sooner you start, the better. The sooner you move your booty and you go live, the better, because you're going to get so much experience. And the only way you're going to grow at this is the more you go live, the more you're going to grow. So really focus on making sure that you're going live as much as possible without burnout. Be aware of your barometer and like what makes you tired and what, you know what I mean? Just be aware of that. Let's see. It might help to see other sellers. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Don't want to sound like multi-level marketing, but the bigger the community we build, the more buyers are there for all of us. So true. So true, Asher. I like you. For something selling at $5 or more. Anita. Sorry, I lost Frozen. Phone glitched. Phone is rebooting. I'm still on iPad, so I'm here. Okay, wow. Thank you so much for everyone who came back. Do you recommend just running items or taking requests? I recommend going in order. If you are a live seller and you're just starting out, you need structure and you need order in order for you to learn how to live stream. So I would 100% do, if you're going to load your store and run the store in order. a lot of you know I talk about controllable wins, and controllable wins are wins that you can control. So before you go live, we have a show journal in our live reseller pro group that all of our live resellers fill out. And part of it is your, yes. So Kofi Vintage, she's in our coaching group. She runs everything in order. What happens when you start to, what happens when you say, okay, I'm going to run a show and I'm going to have the buyer tell me what they want by taking requests. I've seen shows get super kerbobbled and in disorder by allowing the buyer to navigate your show. So also what happens when you take requests is you alienate everyone else in the live so that you can go get that one item for that one buyer. Yes, you may have multiple people who want that item, but you're going to have more success going in order, running every item for 10 seconds than taking requests. Another thing is when I took requests and I loaded my store, my ability to stay focused, my ability to stay focused was it was difficult. It was really difficult for me to be able to um it was really difficult for me to keep the authority of my show, yet give the action to my buyer. So, what you're saying with requests is, hey, I'm here to serve you, and you tell me what you want. But in my show, it is, what's up? This is my show. And if you want it, say run. And then I will run that item. So I don't preload my store. I do mystery pulls. Everyone's business model is going to be different. How you run your live is going to be based on a lot of different things, your personality, your amount of time to do show prep. Like, I can't load my store because I don't have enough time to be able to do that in order for me to do it at the level that I want to do it. So just be mindful of your time, your personality, and understanding that you're going to be able to build a really consistent um, audience by offering them a structure that is the same every single time they show up. But if you're taking requests, shows can go off the rails. Like, I've seen some of these kids sellers, it will be like, do you have 3T boy? Do you have 3T girl? Do you have size 7 in girls? Like, and the host is just like all over the place, and the person has no order. You really want to build a show that is structured. Also understand that your buyer is making thousands of decisions per day. Don't give them another decision to make by being like, I'm taking requests, what do you want? That means they have to go into your store, look at everything. Instead, be like, I'm running an order. I'm running everything for $5. I'm going to do it for 10 seconds. If you want it, swipe. And then that way you can use your controllable win as running an order, running every item for 10 seconds, and then rerunning it at the end for what didn't sell. It's a term that I coined, rapid fire. A lot of sellers use it. It's so valuable at the end of your show to go back over what didn't sell. And like, I want to say, set like 30% of my sales happen at the end of my show. So just keep that in mind. How much stock would you roughly recommend building up before starting on Whatnot? Midnight Pavilion, I would do show by show. Get inventory per show and only hold that much. When you start to accrue too much inventory, one, it could take up space in your house. It creates clutter. You have lack of clarity. And by doing it per show, you're going to be able to receive that market feedback and then go out and source better items. But you don't know what sells and what doesn't sell. So you got to use each show as market feedback for you to get better and better at sourcing. That's why someone who does high starts in the beginning and waits for the right buyer to pay that full price so they can get the highest amount possible, that's why they are not going to win as much as someone with a $5 start, because I'm going to be able to outsource you. I'm going to find better items, and I'm going to be able to take that market research and turn it over into my sourcing. So keep that in mind too. Fadia says, my goal is the first month I do 4 women's shows and 4 kids show, and I have not sold one thing in my kids show, but I have 2 more to go. Let's go, Fadia. You guys, if you're not following Harry and William, I'm going to call it right now. She is going to be a very successful live seller. She is an incredible storyteller. She finds such beauty in items, stuff that like you wouldn't normally think of when you're looking at items. But she's wonderful. You all should follow her. I just like when they don't run till you ask. Yes. Tony, I completely understand where you're coming from. I do runner pass because it keeps, I have a very strategic reason why. It keeps the momentum in my chat going, and it also keeps viewer engagement. Because they know I'm not going to run every item, they know they have to speak up if they want it. And because I've built my audience and now I have a bidding culture, I have repeat buyers that come back and bid against each other, as well as new buyers that hop in there. It is so, so valuable to sometimes have your buyer be like, do you want to run? But if I'm a newbie, if I'm like brand spanking new, I'm on like show 1, I would 100% go in order. You're going to build, it's going to give you structure. You've never done this before, and you need that valuable structure so that you have feedback and so that you have data to be like, okay, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to change this. You know what I mean? You're going to make better decisions with order than giving your business to your buyer and be like, tell me what you want. Just tell me, like, tell me your size, tell me what color, tell me like, or what era. Just give them a structure and they'll come back. Yes, Kofi runs everything in order. I've only sold 1 item in 1 month, but I am improving. Let's go, Asher. You have the right mindset. So yes, it makes sense for Priscilla, Kofi Vintage, to go in order. Let the notification bells and pre-bid tools to work for you. Yes, baby. Yeah. If you preload. So in a way, you still are allowing requests, but not giving up control. Very true. I still would run an order. I think I see Gracie riding around with the little neighbor kids. I'm always conflicted by requests / going in order, especially in kids, since people come to room with multiple sizes, gender requests. Yeah, I just find that I do so much better. So odd. A moth just like flew above my head. What the heck? I find it just so much more cohesive, and it gives your buyer um, the ability to know and assume what is going to happen at your show. I can't tell you how many buyers I've received from just them knowing how my show goes, and they are like, I love it. It's consistent. I know how it's going to run. And I understand in the beginning, you're like, I just want to do anything I can to make sales. But you have to understand you don't have the skill set and the data to be able to do that yet. You need to take baby steps, run in order, get the market feedback, and then readjust your structure. But running that in order is so, so fruitful, especially if you do preload. If you preload, you can use those notification bells and they can do pre-bids. So that is a huge plus to doing that. Why do you choose to have the buyer say run each time instead of just running each item? Steph, I kind of answered this earlier. So 3 shows ago, I ran every item. My chat was less active less people paid attention and I didn't make as much money. There was more data than that, but from what I remember, I my audience enjoys being able to say run or pass. It keeps engagement in the chat, and having a chatty chat is so important to success. Like it's a good quality to have, and it just keeps people in my show. I just find that they know I'm not going to run everything, and it was something that developed over time naturally. Like I wasn't the only reason why I didn't load my store and I had people say run was because I didn't have enough time. So throughout time, as I replicated that process over and over, my buyers are like, let's go. All right, run all day long. And um, my rapid fire at the end, because, I remember why. When I would run every single item in order, I would have sympathy buyers. So people who would swipe on an item, but buy it for $5. But because I would do run in other shows, my rapid fire is like the most successful part of my show. So when I take all of the items that did not sell from the beginning and rerun them, people bid those suckers up. So by me not running every item, I have more items to show during my rapid fire, which is like one of my highest earning parts of my show. And yeah, it keeps my chat engaged. It's trial and error as well. That's why it's good to go live a lot to try different things that works for you. True, true. One day she ran everything regardless. Jen, what was the difference? It was, I just explained, but it was a drastic difference. And also, like, the feeling and the flow of the show just is so much better when I have them say run. As you are starting for items not sold, do you put into next shows? I do, but add items and take some away and keep it fresh. Yes, Anita, I um whatever does not sell, I donate. But also, like, keep in mind my sell-through rate is like 94% in my vintage women's. In my vintage women's, it's like 94%. In my kids, it's a lot lower. I think it's like 60 or 70. I don't know. My husband could tell you. Um, but I will, for the items left over in my kid shows, because I don't have as much success in that department, I'm building again in a different category. Because so many items don't sell, I will do like a $3 start rapid fire and just move those items. I like my shows to have all new items, and it's not even just for the buyer, it's more for me. I have realized, like, I don't enjoy reselling items I've already showed. I have difficulty selling them. I have difficulty describing them because I've already showed them. So I'm just going to get my charger so I can plug this in real quick. And I'm going to grab my water. One sec, friends. One sec. Okay. So that's kind of why I do things that way. And this kind of like also was from market research of just like what my audience enjoyed, and also like what made me the most money. That's the name of the game. Like, what's going to give me the highest earnings? And I just have found that having my customers say run is what makes me the most money. I'm just plugging my phone in, friends, and then we'll keep going. Okay. Are you guys enjoying this? Is this like helpful? I hate the shows that are like drop your size request and not showing anything. Yes, I would rather just see the items being ran. Amen. Amen. Hi, Maddie. I don't know if you're still in here, but hi. As a buyer, pre-bids are the only thing I like about a pre-stocked store. Asher, you're legit. Hi, Style Battles. Hi, Zoe. Harry and William. She's got it. She's got it. How are you keeping track of mystery pulls or random if you don't have it uploaded already. Thank you so much for the tip. I don't know who tipped me, but I love you. I love you deeply, and I'm going to see it in just a moment. How are you keeping track of mystery pulls or random if you don't have it uploaded already? Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, Zoe Teeks. Zoe Teeks. I'm hoping you're still in here. So, how I split up my shows is I preload mystery pull listings. I'm sure you've seen it before where a seller will preload mystery pulls and they'll have a weight next to it. So, in each, like we were talking about earlier in shipping, when you load an item, you have to provide the weight in order for them to understand, in order for Whatnot to calculate correct shipping. So I load 4 to 7 ounces, and then I'll put 2 slashes and I'll say white, it'll just say white. So if an item sells and it's 4 to 7 ounces, that's what I'm gonna pin. I will preload 100 of each of these. I'm very excessive, but I just want to have, even though I only have like 100 items in a show, I will do 100 preloaded mystery pulls per weight class for shipping. 4 to 7 ounces is white. So I have a white sheet of stickers, and when you do a quantity in Whatnot, when you create a listing and you go, okay, I want 100 of these listings, they will number it for you. So you don't have to individually put in 100 listings. You just click the quantity and they will choose the number. This is from my kids' show earlier. So let's say my mystery pull says 4 to 7 ounces and it'll say white number 24. So I will pull number 24, put it on my item. So if video receipt fails, I know white 24 is the item they purchased. Does that make sense? So for all of my other ones, I'll put blue. And then for a different weight class, I'll put red. And then for another one, I'll put black. So I just number them by the stickers and by the color, and I know it keeps them in order that way. I hope that was helpful. I'm learning to like be able to teach these things. I've never had to teach anyone this, so I hope it's being helpful. Did you say you use color stickers? Yes, I just explained that. How did you mark that so you know what weight to run the item each time? So I've been doing this long enough that I know the weight of items, and Whatnot gives you a really good leeway with ounces. So like even if you're over in ounces, it's better to be over than under. You know what I mean? Um, so I just know now after doing this for so many years of putting in the weight in Etsy and Poshmark and eBay and weighing every item individually, I just know what weighs what. And so I just kind of eyeball it. But if you are someone who does it, thank you for the tip. I don't know who's tipping me, but I love you. And all of the tips from today are going towards our family vehicle fund. We need $5,000 to purchase our family vehicle. And we are currently at 427. That is not including the tips from this show. So thank you so much, whoever is tipping. I followed your method last show and I sold the most items I ever had in a show. Let's go. Mad World Vintage. I'm screenshotting and it's going on my Instagram if you're okay with that. Let me know if you're not. Just stage your show in an order with variety of sizes, gender, styles, so it accommodates everyone when you go in order. Let's go. What's your shipping process? I feel like I'm so slow and it takes most of my day. There has to be a faster way. Yes. Zoe, I don't know if you're still in here, but my shipping process is so throughout my time live selling, I have rearranged my shipping process the most. And I still think my shipping process could improve. And I still feel like I could do way better than I am currently doing. So I have a large here. Are you okay if I just go show you my table, guys? I'm just gonna take you into my shipping room. Thank you so much for the tip. I don't know who's tip. I'm gonna see. I just want to be able to read the questions in order. So I'm going to take you into my shipping room so I can just show you. It's just easier to show you guys. Okay. So let me show you like my actual live little station, and then I'll show you my shipping table is sort of dirty. Let me move things. Let me move things. I just have clean towels on here that I need to move. Thanks for being all up in my grill, guys, and being okay with it. Okay, so let me show you what I'm working with, all right? Because what shipping is all about order, okay? You need to have order as I'm cleaning my very disorderly room. But let me show you kind of how I break things down and how I keep this a seamless process, okay? I'm just getting all of the trash and putting it away. During lives, I set things on these tables that are like damaged and I just don't. All right. So let me kind of show you my little setup here. So this is my shipping station. So behind that computer is where I go live. Okay. My camera for my live is right here. So when you're looking at me, this is where the camera is. So this is where I go live. This is everything that sold in my kids show today. So I had a kids show this morning. Everything sold. Everything that sold is on this rack. So it has a sticker on it. I know that this is black 11. So should the video receipt not work, I know exactly where to find my items. So this is what kind of my little station looks like. I have a monitor so I can see what's happening in my live. I can read comments. Then I have my phone right here. Don't mind my messiness here. And then I have a laptop. I'm currently using my laptop for the Q&A, so it's not here. And then I use this stand for like my food, my water. These are my giveaways from the last 2 shows, so I like to keep them here so I don't lose order. So here's my shipping station. I have a computer screen here that hooks to my laptop that is here. I just HDMI cord it. And I have my own keyboard set up here and my own mouse. So while I'm doing shipping, I will use the mouse down here, and I have full video receipt capability right here on this computer. Okay, this is just a long table from Costco. All right, a long table from Costco. Here is my shipping supplies. I have my white poly bag or my clear poly bags, my priority mail envelopes, and my USPS ground envelopes for everything 15 ounces and under. Here, I have my shipping paper, shipping supplies in this box. I could have better order, but I don't. This is where I keep my shipping like paper so that when I fold everything up, I can just grab it and put it in there. This little station right here is where I tape boxes. So let's say I'm shipping this show. I'm going to look at my computer screen, look at the video receipt, and I'm going to click the first video receipt. It will tell me on my label what priority box I need to be using or if I need to be using a regular box. So I'll pull my box up, tape it open, just tape the bottom. And let's say it's like, okay, this order is black 11. I will know, okay, perfect. It is black 11. I'll take it over here, put it in the box, tape it up, put the label on. And video receipts go in order. So you're going to work from the end of your show to the front of your show. So the reason why I have my room set up like this is because I want to have my sold rack right where I do shipping. So I'm not going super I'm not going all over the place. I understand that my shipping station is completely cohesive with what I'm doing. I'm grabbing the item, I have my materials, I have space to do it at, and all my material down here. So just making sure your shipping environment is suitable for what it is that you're trying to do. That is why having a step by step process and a breakdown of your business is so incredibly important, because you can't build a shipping room based on an unorderly um, step-by-step process. You got to understand, what am I doing from start to finish in shipping? What am I doing from start to finish in staging? What am I doing from start to finish in sourcing? Everything has to have a beginning and an end. Every stage of your business. If you have cycles that you're not closing shipping all the way, you're not closing sourcing all the way, you're not closing your live all the way, you will live in the gray zone. And the gray zone is where you reach burnout. It's where you have lack of clarity. You don't want to run your business in the gray zone. Zoe, I hope you were in here to see that. I hope you were in here. Yes. Whatnot asked me to be a seller. Jess, that's so cool. My friend Carly was asked. She's already approved and she's going to go live soon. So don't be too intimidated. Here's Carly. Hi. I don't know if you're still in here. Chatty chat. Good for algorithm, I think. Yeah, feels like shopping with friends too. Links back to the community. Whatnot is known for. So true. Can you explain your rapid fire more at the end of the show? Yes. Thrifty Mama Games. So I'm sorry, I drink so much coffee today, and I don't normally drink a lot of coffee. Ask my husband, like, I'll take 2 sips and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. But I drink almost my whole thing, so I'm like, I'm ready. I'm amped. And it's like 4:30 at night. Yes, rapid fire. I hope y'all are finding this helpful. I really enjoy doing these, and I just want to be able to give you guys as much value as possible, because I know this is such a unique and new concept, and I just want to take like what I've learned and like just throw it at you. Okay, Thrifty Mama Games. So at the end of every show, um, I run the rack in order. I do not take requests. I run the rack in order. It's a mystery pull. I'll show the item and then I'll say, anyone want it? Say run. If I don't get a run, I put it back on my rack and I move on to the next item. Once I go through my entire rack, I will take what doesn't sell, I'll take a good chunk of it, and I will put it on my hanging standing rack. So it's that white pole that I use to hang my item while it's running. And I will show the item again. I don't go into as much detail. I'll just be very basic with my description and what the size is, the material, and I'll show the front and the back and I'll say, anyone want it? And it's quick. I'm moving quickly. That's why it's called rapid fire, because I'm moving through the items that did not sell quickly. If I get a run, I hang the item back up. I go to my iPad, I click the right weight and the right listing, and then I run it. And most of the time, at the end, my rapid fire is where I make the most money. So it is good to go back over those items so you can get the people that weren't there in the beginning and they have a chance to see the item. I can't tell you how many times at least 2 or 3 times a week when I go live, I will have a buyer come in who's a repeat buyer and it's like, oh my gosh, I missed the whole thing. Like, I'm so grateful that you do rapid fire because I missed your show. So you want to design your show like a show. That's why it's so important to have consistency and order. It's a show, like, and if you're not evolving and creating a better and better cohesive show, you're not going to do as well. like my husband said, in the beginning of Airbnb, you could post a shed in your backyard with a bed in it, and people would pay to sleep there. But now you have to have a pool, you have to have a coffee maker, you have to have, so understanding that your live reselling business and your show needs to have all the amenities, and all the amenities need to be shiny and squeaky and clean, and they need to, you know what I mean? Like, you want a cohesive, functioning show where you run the show, not your buyer, not your buyer. Do giveies bring buyers? Yes, they do. I have started doing before my finale. So, like 4 shows ago, how my show went was I would do, I'd run the rack, I would do runner pass on the whole rack, go in order, and then I would do rapid fire. Now I am enjoying doing like little curated finales at the end of my show. So one was like black, white, and red all over. Another one was a like 20 or 42 pieces of 1940s. And before that finale hits, I run a giveaway. And I make sure it's a good giveaway, like Starbucks gift card or something that people are motivated by. People aren't motivated by a silk scarf, you know. But I do that in the beginning just to like warm up, get the show and the audience in a good mood, let them enter the givey. And I just, just talk and use that time to just like warm up to my audience just to see who's in there. Like, do I have repeat buyers? Or and just get the chat like engaged during that first giveaway. And then before my finale, I have another giveaway and I make sure it's a good one. And I will see my viewership go from like 65 people to 82 people. That's what it went to yesterday during my live. So I definitely think giveys are awesome. That I I'm very particular about giveaways. I never do appreciation giveaways. Um, because I normally use my giveaways. I don't think people are very motivated by um, buyer appreciation giveaways unless it's like an iPad or like something that they're like, yes, I want that. I just don't think it's a valuable way to spend your time on your live. I would rather show you items and make money and have you guys receive the value of an item for $5 than do buyer's appreciation. Because what happens is you're taking your buyers from a buying mindset. They're in the mindset of swiping, swiping, swiping. And I understand that you can run a giveaway while you're still running items. And I haven't quite like factored that into how you could possibly use that to your advantage, because when I was on Whatnot before, since the beginning, if you ran a giveaway, you couldn't run items. This is only like a new feature as in like 6 months ago. So when I think of giveaways, I still kind of think of them in the old manner. So take this with what you will. But if your buyer is in a buying state in their mind, I want to keep them there. I don't want to interrupt or disrupt what it is that I'm doing to run a giveaway. Now, I do it before the finale because in the algorithm somewhere, like it draws people to the show. Whatnot shoves more people into the show. So I will use that before my finale to get viewership. Another reason why I love, love, love giveaways is I can require them to follow me. So I want to get as many followers because they're going to get a push notification anytime I go live. So they'll be like, okay, Megan Grace is live, and they'll hop on. That's kind of my 2 cents. M Lucky. I have been reselling, or I've been selling on Whatnot for 18 months. 9 of those months were I was on a hiatus because of I got pregnant, and I wanted to care for my son. All right. Oh my goodness, I got a raid. I did not know I got a raid. I'm so, so sorry. So sorry. Okay, chatty chat. Yes. How long have you been selling on Whatnot? I feel that can vary from seller to seller, though, especially when we sell personal items. We cannot financially donate items that don't sell when it's personal. Yeah, I could see that. But like, you got to understand that you're not going to always source winners. Like, you got to understand that when you are sourcing, especially when you're going live, you want to source what the market wants. And maybe the market doesn't want your item. So it doesn't make sense to hold on to it. You can do like, okay, I'm going to show this 3 different times in a show. And if it doesn't sell, I'm going to donate it. But sometimes in business, you just have to be like, I got to cut the loss. It doesn't make sense for me to hold on to a bunch of shitty items and not make a and not take the market that or the information that you're receiving and not be able to um, make adjustments. And so I just donate them because one, my sell through rate for my vintage women's show is 94%. So like I'm selling almost everything. I very rarely have items left over. So it's a very small amount that I'm donating. So you can definitely do it when you have a higher percentage. But the only way that I got to a 94% sell through rate is because I was willing to donate the items that did not sell. And I was willing to be like, that was a shitty buy. See ya. Like, there's going to be so many roadblocks by you holding on to items and not taking the market data that you're receiving from going live and turning over items by holding on to that. I'm going to get so much more information. You know what I mean? To make better decisions in my business. Okay, yes, this is helping. I'm so grateful. Mad World Vintage. Mwah. Thank you so much for the tip. I do not know if you're still in here, but thank you. How many items do you typically have in a show and how long are you usually live for? Courtney, for my vintage women's show, I can do anywhere from 120 to 140 items. Um, and I'm normally live like 4 hours. Thank you for the tip. I love you guys. All tips are going to help us fund a family vehicle. So I really appreciate your guys' tips. And my kids or my vintage women's show, I'm normally live for 4 to 5 hours. If it's a lot of items, it's like 140 items, I'm live for 5 hours. My vintage kids shows, they're on in the morning. And in the morning, like, the viewership is so odd. Like I'll be at like 50 people and then at like 9:45 I'll start at 8. An hour and 45 minutes into my show, my viewership will just go to like 20. And it's like drastic. It's fast. So I'm trying to make my shows in my vintage kids around 50 items and moving them as fast as possible because I want to engage with the audience at potency. So I'm trying to make my vintage kids show more potent so that I can um, engage with my viewership while my buyers are really high before they drop off at that hour and 45 mark so that I can get the most out of the audience that's in there. Are those stickers from Amazon? Yes. Zoe, thank you so much for the tip. I did get some stickers off of Amazon. I like the color coding process. Yes, super helpful. Thank you for sharing my live, Cherry Pez. Appreciate it. Hannah, thank you so much for the tip. Wow, thank you for the tip, you guys. I'm so grateful. What method was it that you used that showed the success? Okay, Nita's Closet. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're still in here, but I appreciate you. Everyone throw out some tips. This knowledge is worth more than the mentorship she is offering every month. This is free information worth hundreds. Zoe, thank you. Thank you so much. And I can just say, like, if you guys are eating this information up, I 100% can tell you that our private coaching group, you will receive so much more than what I am giving you. You are going to have you're going to have hands and eyes on your business. Thank you for the tip. Whoever is tipping, thank you so much. And your girl through hips, why are you not modded? Bree, I'm just going to mod you. You're modded. Um, if you guys are like, wow, I really want to do this, I can tell you the number one thing that you can do for your business is to invest into yourself and receive knowledge from a mentor or a teacher. You guys, I am not a teacher. I am teaching you what my husband, Steve Lance, he was in the chat earlier, what my husband has taught me. So, my husband has incredible coaching experience, years upon years. He has coached many, many people, and he understands the reselling business and the live reselling business more than anyone I know. So, if you are interested in our private coaching program, I would click the show notes and you can follow me on Instagram. The link to our private coaching program is in my Instagram profile in the link. I've been talking for so long, so like it's hard for me to like correlate thoughts. I did a live this morning and now I'm doing a Q&A, but I love doing these because I just want to give so much value so we can like win together. It's so much more fun. Like when Priscilla wins or when Katie wins or anyone, Anita wins from our coaching group, I'm just like, yes, it's the best. I did mystery pulls and everything in my order, then rapid fire at the end. I actually did just run everything though. Mad World Vintage, I'm so stoked for you that you are winning the clear polybags. Thrifty Mama Games, the clear polybags are it for the items that you yes, thank you so much, Bree. I love you. I'm sorry. My chat scrolled up. The clear polybags. The clear polybags are for my items that are 15 ounces and lower, or if I'm shipping like small kids clothing that doesn't need to go in a box, I will put 4 or 5 items in those clear polybags, and then I put them into an envelope or into the white poly bags. So it's just like for basically aesthetic reasons, and it also really protects the item from damage, from water, and just really I think people like it. They enjoy receiving an item that's neatly folded and in a poly bag. It's just something that I really enjoy doing. um let me scroll up because I missed. Okay, clear poly bags, extra protection, yes. Bree, let's go. Are they an item we can get for free somewhere? I use bags for protection too, but not sure. No, I don't get them for free. I purchase them on Amazon. Do you put items in a plastic cover before putting into a box, just in case they are damaged on packaging during the route? No. I do use shipping paper. If I were to polybag every single item that goes into a box, I would be like out of polybags so quickly. So, and also I don't want to individually wrap every single item. I want to be able to um just fold them neatly in a box, put some packing paper over the top. The cardboard box naturally will protect it, unless it's like rain or flood. But very rarely have I ever had a customer say that their item was damaged. Close the loop, close it. Good. Zoe, I'm so glad I could help you. I don't close anything and I'm a hot mess, Heather. I just have so much. I get overwhelmed. Yes, Heather, that's what my husband and I see so many of the pitfalls that we fell into, resellers falling into over and over and over again. And the Lord was like, design a course that will help resellers create a streamlined business so that they can function without the overwhelm, without the just exhaustion of decision fatigue, and to streamline everything. So, Heather, I feel you. I feel you. I've been there. Hi, Funky Little Studio. You're the OG of the Q&A. I learned to do this from you. Do you do rapid fire at $5 as well? Yes, Mad World Vintage. I will do that. Sometimes if I'm feeling If I'm feeling really nice, I'll do the rapid fire for 5, and then I'll hang everything on the rack and be like, "Does anyone want to bundle 2 for 5 or purchase 1 for 3?" And that will help me kind of move more items as well. Thrifty Mama Games. I don't use the extra protection bag, so I'm not sure if there are free ones somewhere. Yeah, yeah, I don't think that there are free ones. Do the rapid fires at the end all start at the same flat starting bid? Hodgepodge. Yes. I always do $5 start. No matter what show I'm doing, if it's vintage kids, if I plan on doing jewelry, whatever, I'm always going to start at $5. You can increase followers. Yes, using the giveaways. Your $5 start is like buyer appreciation in concept because it's part of the service you provide. The low start. Katie, I freaking love you. You're amazing. Whatnot sends pop-up/push notifications for every giveaway. Okay. Asher, I didn't know that. Do you recommend doing themed shows like only vintage or bamboo or mixing everything? Um, Cara, or Kara, I'm pretty sure it's Kara. Um, I I haven't I've seen success either way. I've seen success with people who do 100% vintage, and I've seen success with all bamboo. I think the creativity around that is so nice. And it kind of varies from person to person, you know? Like I said, the style of my show just like organically fell that way from looking at the data. So I source modern and vintage, and I just enjoy being able to show a bunch of different items from different categories, different genres, different eras. But that's just my style. I would totally play around with that. I think you can be super successful doing either. Thrifty Mama Games, thank you for the tip. I love it. Thanks for teaching me while I do laundry. I'm glad I can help you. If you want to try to get a little something from those items, you can try to do a buy sell trade first before donating back. That's what I do. Bree, you guys, Bree has had such good success with that. It's so true. How many items do you typically recommend to run in a show? 50. If you are a new seller, I feel like 50 is like such a great number, and it truly like it's long enough and short enough, if that makes sense. I would do 50. Snack time. I saw that you color code items you list. Is that for shipping? Yes. The second closet. I color code my items so that if video receipt fails, I have a system in place that shows me, okay, it's red 11 or green 4, so that I can understand like who bought what if video receipts go down. And it does happen. Don't build your business off of video receipts, because then you're at the mercy of Whatnot, and you're gonna have to do shipping blind, and it's going to be a mess. It's no bueno. Campaign, thank you for the tip. Can I ask about being blocked? I think I was blocked. Yes, Palma fan. I have currently 6 blocks against me. Just kidding. I have 3. Um, and I think I know why. Sometimes living as a Christian woman, it's hard. People don't always agree with your point of view, and that's okay. And I'm totally okay with that. Um, if they want to block me, they can block me. And if you have haters, like you're doing something right, right? And it will tell you when you're blocked. So if you're blocked on Whatnot and you go into someone's show, it'll be like you're blocked. You can't go into this show. And do the stickers stick well to clothing items, various fabric materials? Yes, hodgepodge. My stickers do. They're just the numbered stickers on Amazon. They're like the number one sticker option on there, and they're great. They come off easily too, so your stickers aren't sticking to the items. The second closet, thank you so much to the tip. My card is blocked. Tried to tip from PayPal. It doesn't work. Yeah, PayPal, they Whatnot won't allow you to tip from Whatnot. Or I'm sorry, from PayPal. Yes, we went together. Check the show notes out for her Instagram. Love it. And my Instagram handle is the same handle as my Whatnot. So for vintage, do you feel it's better to stick to a theme other than your like 60s versus mixing genres? I answered that earlier. I think you can be successful at either one. I have found success mixing a bunch of items because I do mystery pulls. So my buyer is very intrigued by the mystery, and I want to continue to do that, to curate that. Um, but yeah, you can totally be successful being like all bamboo or all 60s or all 70s. I personally gravitate more to shows that are fully curated. I don't know why. Like when I'm on the app, I'm like, yeah, 60s or yeah, 70s. I will click. So I think there's definitely buyers out there who will love a curated show. I reuse all my poly bags, mailers, and clear plastic from all my purchases if they are still nice, saves money, and keeps out of landfills. Amen. I'm literally on IG now signing up. Let's go, Heather. Let's go. I love it. I use the plastic bag everything before putting in boxes because of rain damage risk, but it took forever. At least you're honest. At least you're honest. Hi. I love you. Funky little studio. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're still here. You may have already talked about this, but how do you feel like $5 starts are the most profitable? I think you're saying, but why do you feel? Most things I purchase are more than $5, so how to profit? Yes. Angel number vintage. I did go over this, but I can easily go over it again because I think it's like a number one question for everyone. Like I said earlier, when you first start a business, you're just not always going to be profitable. Now, am I recommending that you go into a deficit intentionally because your cost of goods is too high? No. If I had a cost of goods of like $9, $10, I would figure out how to bring that cost of goods down. I would get creative. If this is something you really want to do, like I would move closer to a bins. Like that's how serious I am about this. I would schedule every 2 weeks a 2-day vacation to go on a road trip so I can go to the bins for 2 days and stock up on inventory. I would post to Facebook Marketplace. Low starts are doable for me because I have the sourcing cost of goods low enough that I'm able to do it. But that's where like private coaching, we can get into the details, the nitty gritty of your business and be like, okay, what's around you? Where is your cost of goods now? How can we help you bring that cost of goods down? um, and just really curating a path for your business according to what your environment is like. But understand that like live reselling may not be for everyone because of the sourcing conditions that they have. May I ask, what is a video receipt? Hodgepodge. So when you're live reselling, when the transaction in a live, so when the sale time runs out and that money is removed from the buyer's account, it will take a picture of whatever is on your screen. So if you're holding the item, which I do, I just put the item on my hanger and put it right in front of the camera, and it will take a screenshot of what the item is that's sold. You just don't want to use video receipt for your only source of shipping data because it goes down a lot. Or the video receipt will be like 10 seconds too late or 10 seconds too early. I've had all of those happen. Do you bundle? I've seen people bundle then ghost. No, I do not bundle. I will never bundle. I did bundled $1 show and I will never do it again because you don't have those video receipts. You don't have any logging of the item in your history. It's just black, no image, just sound. Can you guys hear me? You guys can see me. I'm guessing you can, or else all of you would have been in the. As a buyer, I expect to pay more in a curated show than I do in a random or mystery show. Love it. You're so welcome, Angel Number. What is the post you are using to hold your items? Yes, Thrifty Mama Games. Send me or a message, and I will send you the link. It took me centuries to find it. I don't know why they label it such an odd name. because no one can ever find it. But I'll totally send it to you. It's going to be by Amazon affiliate link, so I'll make like a very small commission off of it. If you don't want to do the commission, you do not have to. You can just click the link and then go to another link to purchase it. Um, can you explain bundling? Is it just a mystery bundle? Zoe, I do not bundle. I would not suggest bundling. So, Whatnot will automatically bundle every buyer's order. So, if you are live in one live stream, say someone comes in, they buy an item, then 20 minutes later they leave, they come back, they purchase another item, they will always bundle those. So, you don't have to worry about bundling anything. I think what they're referring to is, do you do bundles where you hold on to an item for a specific customer, you show more items, they say they want to bundle that item with their other item, and you continually hold items till the very end, you give them a grand total and they swipe for that bundle. I would not do that. It is very disorienting, it's super disorganized, and you're going to have a lot of errors. Is video receipt a new thing? I don't even know where to find it. Hodgepodge. When you go do your shipping, when you click your shipment button, like you'll click your profile, you'll click your shipment button, it'll take you to your last live. When you pull up your last live on, it has to be on a desktop. You're not going to be able to see video receipts on your phone or on your iPad. You have to be on a desktop. When you go to your shipments to do shipping, to create the shipping labels, on the there is a down arrow right where it says generate label. There's a down arrow. You need to click that down arrow so that order opens up. Then you're just going to scroll to all the way to the right of the screen and it will say video receipt. You click that and the video receipt will pop up. Got it. Oh, sounds like TT and it was a nightmare. That's why I'm looking at Whatnot. I don't want to babysit my money. Got it. Love it. So good. You guys, I am so grateful y'all are finding this so valuable. Let me know if there's any more questions. I'm totally willing to answer them. But if not, like, thank you so much for the tips. I really appreciate it. It's so fun to like bring you guys in. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Good. Of course. The salty seller. I love that. You are so welcome. Wow. Thank you. Sheila, hi. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. I'm going to do these every Sunday, you guys. My husband drives the kids home every other Sunday. So when he is on the drive, I will be doing these alone. But we are hoping next Sunday to have my husband here as well. And he is a wealth of knowledge. Everything that I just taught you is from my husband. He is phenomenal. Phenomenal. One of the smartest business minded people I know. That's why I married him. Anyways, last question. No worries. Keep them coming. If you guys want to keep asking, I'll keep answering. Kara, thank you. I appreciate you so much. What is the Instagram sign up for? So, Hodgepodge, my husband and I do a private coaching group. It is called Live Reseller Pro. It is a subscription model coaching program where my husband and I will help you design a fruitful and just like elevated program for your live reselling business. And it's $27 a month. If you have more questions, send me a message on Instagram or on Whatnot, and I can answer any of your questions. Currently, I think we have 14 members currently. Kofi Vintage, who is blowing up on Whatnot right now, is taking everything that we're asking her and she is growing so quickly. That's what I'm saying, you guys, is if you really want to do that, 15 here, let's go, Zoe. Let's go, baby. If you really want to grow, Brick and Mortal, Katie, she is in our coaching group. That girl is so wicked smart. The value that she brings 2 hour coaching group call is phenomenal. Like, it's not only are my husband and I going to coach you, help you through the process, but you have people like Katie who has a wealth of knowledge in her own business that she's going to bring to the group. And we have this like beautiful camaraderie, and it's all women so far. So like, there's just a special bond with women, and my husband is a very soft, tender soul, but still very masculine, and just he's beautiful, and he's so nurturing and like willing to let us cry. And like, our last coaching call was amazing. So we have a coaching call tomorrow. Um, and if you sign up right now, our group has what's called a grandfather price. So if you climb in right now at $27, as we improve the content, we are going to raise the price. When we raise the price, your $27 a month will never increase. So I would get in now before we raise those prices. My husband is in the middle of building a video step-by-step process of what we call the 5 S's. I'm going to try and remember. My husband's the teacher. Remember, okay? Sourcing, staging, shipping, streaming, sharing. I did it. I'm a good student. And we break down those 5 S's and how you can run. Nailed it. So just be on the lookout for more content, and the price will go up as the content gets better. It is great. You are so welcome. Of course. I understand that like giving a stranger $27 a month, like you need more than just a Q&A to be like, yeah, I'm going to sign up. We will even do a phone call if you would like to. Zoe, you can go to my Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the show notes, and the link is in my bio. Link is in my bio if you're interested in signing up. And we have a coaching group call every Monday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My husband teaches a quick, like 45-minute business strategy. This coaching call tomorrow, we're really going to identify where people are in their business, and we're going to identify like what the next step is for them. So it would be incredibly fruitful for you guys to get in today before tomorrow's call, but absolutely zero pressure. Like, to keep coming to the Q&A. Everything that I am saying right now is being taught in our coaching group in like a more detailed and in-depth level, but I'm going to keep sharing for free on the Q&A. So no pressure, please. AM or PM shows. Cara, I am doing a show in the morning for vintage kids, and I'm doing a show in the evening for vintage women's. They have pluses and minuses, but I prefer to go at night. I prefer having the whole day to be able to show prep, and there's just something about the environment of the night that I really enjoy. But for vintage kids, like, moms are at home and they're awake and they're swiping with their kids running around, and so it's just like a different model. But I would definitely say the evening for me. I prefer it. You said it's a live one-on-one or group lesson. Yes. So hodgepodge. Um, every Monday, everyone in our coaching group will receive a link to a Google Meet, and we get on a Google Meet phone call. You can be on camera. You don't have to be on camera. It is participants, so we do require participation. We don't require it. We encourage participation. I've been talking for so long, but I love you guys. And then we also provide private coaching. So you can totally hit one of us up. We'll send you a calendar link, and you can log a private phone call. So it's like twofold. And then you also get all of the perks. We have 3 different PDFs you can print out to help you build a step-by-step process for your business. We have so much valuable information. It's only going to grow. And if you guys are interested, click the link in my show note It's $27 a month. If you need more info, if you're like, I don't know about this, just hit me up. I'll message you back. How often does the group meet? We meet every Monday. Every Monday. And the calls are recorded and we post some of the calls in the group. We have like a social media, it's run on an app called School, Skool. It's easier than Facebook. It's super well designed, very easy to use. The time zone is Mountain Standard Time. So if you are East Coast, it's going to be 8 o'clock. If you are West Coast, it's going to be 5 o'clock. If you're Mountain Standard Time, it's going to be 6. I wonder whether it's better to do consistent shows, day and time, or pop ups. It is more, I have found, Cara, that it is more fruitful for your business to give your customer a predictable schedule. They already have so many moving pieces in their life. My kids got to go to soccer. My kids got to go to ballet. To create a consistent schedule where people know, like, Jenica is live Friday morning for Vintage Kids, and Jenica is live Saturday evening for Vintage Women's. The clearer you can make that for your buyer, the more consistent you're going to have buyers coming back. Can you sign up even if you're not currently selling? Midnight Pavilion, yes, this is for anyone. You do have to be a live seller. We are only coaching on live reselling. If you are a traditional reseller, you would not qualify. But if you desire to become a live seller, if you've never done a live, if you don't even have any inventory, you don't know how to source, we're going to help you and walk through those step-by-step processes with you to help you move forward. So you could totally be at the very beginning. I want a burrito. I want a steak burrito. You know the topics. Cara, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm over here like, take my $27. I love it, Hodgepodge. I love you. If nobody's ever had a mentor, I recommend getting one. It keeps you in a good mindset, makes you accountable, and when you feel alone, you're not. Let's go. Let's go, Zoe. If you sign up, I can't remember if you signed up. You are going to win at this. Bree, you should join our coaching group. You're going to crush. You're already crushing, and you have great. Bree lives here in Salt Lake City with me. Yes. Stephen Lance. Yes, I am. I love seeing you actually. My husband, this is the first time that he has ever engaged in the chat, ever. So I'm loving it. Where to sign up? Zoe, the sign up is on my Instagram. Yes, you are. You're beautiful. Looking forward to the call tomorrow in the group as well. Yes, Anita, Cheeky One is in the group as well. Hodgepodge, I'm so excited. I'm just going to say right now, this is all Jesus. Let's go. PTL for you. And this, so dang excited. And also, Hodgepodge, like 90% of everyone in our group are believers. So we pray it up. We talk about Jesus. If you're a believer, it is awesome. Cara, thank you so much. We have actually I am located in Salt Lake City, Utah. We have actually had a lot of people tell us that, and it's so divine. Like, our relationship, God put us together to be able to serve this community. And we know that, and we do not take that lightly. You did. Cara, thank you. If you guys are interested in reading my blog, I am an avid writer. I have been writing since I could write, like intentionally writing creatively. What should I get for kids from Chipotle? Get JJ the buildable taco, and get Gracie also the buildable taco. Soft taco too. Located in Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't remember what I was saying. If you want to remind me, you can, but I don't remember. How about both? Consistent time and occasional pop-ups. Yes. So I'm actually doing that kind of hybrid method with kids right now. Having one consistent show and then having a pop-up. Oh, blogging. Thank you. If you guys want to read my blog, you are more than welcome to. The link to my blog, I believe, is in It's on a bubble, highlight bubble, on my Instagram. Right now, it's just the first part of my testimony. So if you want to go read it, feel free. And Asher, yes, I do think a hybrid model for pop-ups and a consistent show is great. Super great. I've loved picking your brain today. Thanks for sharing your wealth of knowledge. I love it. Can I learn some new? Yes, Daniela, you can. Let's see. Thank you so much for calling us a power couple, Kara. What if my hubby wants to join too? My hubby and I own our own biz together and we are believers. Yes, your husband can join too. Just have that's a good question. Stephen, what would you recommend for a couple wanting to join? They're communally running their business. So let me know what you would say. Would you have them pay one total? Okay, 27 total. There you go. So you guys would just pay 127 a month and you'd share. No, we can give your husband his own separate profile for free. Just we just wouldn't charge one account and we'd leave your account at 27. Beautiful journey, love it. Get my kids some food too. Mama tired. I love it. I have been doing the same. I have set times and do pop-ups for kids. Yes. Hubby and I are all about the relationship building and connections that are so obviously explained no other way than ordained by God. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Amen. How much was that? That's all. Yes, Daniela. It's every Monday. We do a coaching call, a group coaching call, and it's $27 a month. Right now, while the group is small, we're still providing private coaching calls. So y'all can climb on that calendar whenever you want. Also, there is a beautiful ability to share your knowledge, to share what you've learned, and to also post your shows in our school community. So all of our resources are under the classroom tab. So if you are new, you just joined, go to the classroom tab. There are recorded calls in there. There's lots of amazing data. My husband will post the what is it called? The slides. There we go. My husband will post the slides of each live call in there. So if you miss a call, you can easily go back, learn the data. Yeah, and it's just been so fruitful. Like Stephen and I, my husband and I, we know that we're called to serve this community because we were the ones running around with our heads cut off, doing traditional reselling and hiring people and trying to run a successful business. And once we moved to live selling, we took everything that we learned in our traditional reselling business and just in business in general and applied it to live reselling. And it's working. Like my business is growing exponentially month by month. So I know we love you, Daniela. We cannot wait. So pumped about this. Look forward to meeting all of you in the group session. Let's do this thing. Let's go. Hodgepodge. What's your first name? What's your first name and what's your husband's first name? Hi, Cassie. I love you. What are you doing? Amy and John. Wonderful. So good to meet you. And we're stoked to have you in our coaching group. That's awesome. Anyone else is free to join. You do not need to have any live reselling experience. We can take you from zero to a full reseller. It's totally up to you. $27 a month. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to do these Q&As. You can still get so much value without having to pay a monthly fee. But if you're looking for mentorship, accountability, group, camaraderie, community, I would totally sign up. No, I love you. I love it. Priscilla had to step away because she was preloading her show. Let's go, baby. But huge growth can happen, you guys, when you have someone who has already done what you're trying to do and they can show you all the pitfalls and you can move so much quicker. Yes, Priscilla, I want to tell you one thing about the individuals in our group. I'm just so grateful that they receive the knowledge and they move quickly. Like they immediately will receive what we're throwing down and they're like, boom, they make the decision and then their business grows. So it's been like the most fruitful and beautiful process to witness the members in our group growing. Amen, amen, amen to all of it. Huge growth. Let's go. I love it, Amy. Let's go. Feel free to post your questions. Let me know. My baby's sleeping. My husband's getting me Chipotle. We'll call it a quit when he comes home. He's probably like 20 minutes away. But ask your questions. I don't mind re-answering questions either. I also have a whiteboard of shipping that I went over. Drop questions, y'all. Let me see. Do you know how to apply for not paying taxes when you're buying on this app? I do not. I am no expert on taxes. That is one area I'm like, I got no idea. My husband handles all that and I don't really touch the taxes part. Hi, Surf Pigs. A seller's permit. I would maybe have a private conversation with Zoe. She might know. Both of your names are Zoe. That's cool. No, there is a way that you can claim not paying taxes here on Whatnot if you're a reseller. Crazy. I didn't know that. I am stalking for my show tonight and learning. Love it. So, should you have a mod and how do you get them? When I start my show, I will just be like, hey, does anyone want a mod for me? And people will be like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll mod. A lot of times I'll even incentivize with a tip. If someone is a reseller on the app, you can tip them. Or you can just hit up people on Instagram if you're following other resellers, like, hey, I need a mod. But you can just do it in your life. I know that added the seller's permit option on Whatnot. It would be through your state to be approved. Thank you, Katie. I love you. Will this Q&A be viewable after it ends? Yes, it is. It will be under my past shows. I always leave all of my shows, my past shows up. I can't tell you what a game changer it is to watch my film back. I watch every single live, sometimes 2 times. I write down all the things that went well, all the things that I need to change, my high bidding items. There's so much value to be given in rewatching your film. Upload your seller's permit. Yes. Reseller permits would only apply if you are purchasing goods on Whatnot to resell. Okay. If I rewatch myself, I would never get back on. Thrifty Mama, I feel you. In the beginning, I was like, ooh. Like I did not. But it has been the game changer. And it's like, I'm trying to go big with this. Like, I want to be the best vintage women's seller on the app. I want to be the best vintage kids seller. So I want to go big, but I want other people to win with me. Like I'm not competing. I'm just keeping a competitive mindset to be able to help me to grow. But I want everyone to win. In no way do I have hurt feelings if someone is doing well. I'm so incredibly happy and like grateful that they're doing well. I cannot wait to show this to John. He doesn't know that he will be attending a session tomorrow night. I love it. I love it. Hi, John. I hope you're excited to meet me and my husband. We're excited to meet you. I love it. Go big. Yep. Hubby and I share that. Let's go. Amy, this is so cool. So cool. I love the support for each other in this group. Yes. Cheeky one. Her name is Anita. And she is in our coaching group. She joined, I think, like 3 weeks ago. And yeah, it's been really fruitful to see how our group is helping each other. And if you join the group and you're like, I need a mod, you can post it into the group. What is a reseller permit? I do not know, Sandy. I do not know. My chat knows, though. I can review show without reviewing myself. I'm with you. Yes. But that's Asher. That's kind of the thing is like, I'm willing to do the uncomfortable to win. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to watch my film back to win and to get that feedback. We firmly believe there is no competition, only collaboration. That's the word I was looking for. Overall, the Whatnot community has been my most favorite part. We can be for each other. Thrifty Mama Games. Amen. Amen. Yes, the discomfort is worth it. So true. Offered through, yes. Katie, lock it down, girl. Share it. Tell them. I need more water. I need more water. But you guys, drop your questions. Do you have any other questions? I'm down to answer. I love it. Well, you guys are welcome to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is in the show notes. I would love for y'all to follow me there. I do lots of behind the scene on my business. I do my sourcing trips. I don't show any of my items. I'm very particular about keeping it a surprise because I really want to nurture that surprising element of my show. But yeah, I love you guys. If you guys don't have any questions, this is so exciting. I'm beyond thrilled. Let's go, Amy. Let's go. We're so excited to have you. We talked about that at the bins this week, that it's no competition between you and I. We are at the bins. Yes, you guys. So Bree, your girl thrifts, we source at the same Goodwill outlet. She does more like modern athletic wear and modern kids stuff, and I do vintage. And I think it was the day before yesterday, Friday, she came up to me and she's like, hi. And I am always so happy to see her. She's just like a very quiet but lovely and chill person, and she runs her business very strategically, which I appreciate. But she came up to me, she's like, look what I found on the ground. And it was a Lululemon something, and I shouldn't show the whole item, but Lululemon just chilling on the ground. As we're talking, I'm digging through this bin, I find vintage, she's finding things for her. Like, there's no competition. Everyone is able. Your portion is your portion. When God says your portion is there, no one can take it, he means it, you know? So cool. So it's really cool to source with Bree. Sometimes we're even looking for the same thing and we find enough for the both of us, you know? Yeah, Stephanie, that's something I learned a long time ago. When I first started sourcing, oh man, at the bins, I would get so like anxious because I was like, oh my gosh, everyone is getting all the good items and I'm not getting anything. And the Lord stopped me in my tracks and he said, your portion is your portion and no one can take it. And since then, no anxiety, no like, oh no, they're getting all the good items. I am like fully engaged, fully able to find everything that I need, despite my bins being absolutely crazy, sometimes having like anywhere from 200 to 300 people there at one time. Um, but yeah, our bins is legit. Good, Stephanie. Loaves and fishes, Anita. Love it. Love it, love it. And we have different eyes for things. Yes, we see things differently. So true. And like the value in that is insurmountable because one thing I've learned on Whatnot is who you intrinsically are as a person. If you bring that out in your life, if you shine brightly the way God designed you to, you will be successful. I promise you. People love people who shine. They love them. They love them. And it's because you're giving them permission to do the same. John just got home. I'm going to tell him now. Can you say, hi, John? Hello. I'm so excited to work with you and your wife. My husband and I got saved in 2020. We are whole heart believers in Jesus, and we are designing our business with spiritual guidance in mind. And we're really excited to work with you. Thank you so much for being willing to jump on the train with us. She can help you find stuff in you for her. Never be greedy. Yes, Daniela, and we have done that. We just yesterday or the day before yesterday, she gave me you guys the patchwork striped dress with the embroidery right here. She gave me that. I think that sold for like $22, and I gave her some cropped Lululemon leggings. So I'm always going to be on the hunt for her. Yes, we do. We trade things. It's awesome. And it's so fun to like. What I love about Brie is she knows that I'm there to work. So she's never holding me in conversation longer than I want. Like she understands and I'm like, okay, I gotta shut up and I gotta go work. I gotta go get the goods. And she's like, sweet. And she goes and does her thing. And so it's just been really cool to just find like-minded people who are doing the same thing, who love the same thing that you do. It's awesome. Okay, I think I saw a question. How do you track taxes, documents, expenses? Is it in the classroom? No, it is not. Who is this? Oh, Anita. I'm sure at some point my husband will go over like how we do all of that. Unfortunately, I am not hands-on with any of that other than me. Every time I go sourcing, I will take a photo of the receipt on my phone and I'll text it to my husband and I'll tell him how many pieces I purchased. But other than that, like my husband's got it all documented. It's all filed on our computer and he knows how to do the taxes too. So I have no idea. Yes. Yes, my husband. So the spreadsheet that we have right now is more for the advanced reseller. My husband has said that in our coaching group, um, we are that he's going to design an easier version, a more just an easier version to understand so that as your knowledge with tracking numbers grows, we can level you up to this more detailed version. But right now, 100% we in our group we totally give a tracker and it's awesome. Yeah, baby. Way to go, Julie. Way to go. Hi, how are you? Did you have a show today? You guys, if you're not following Julianne, I don't know what you're doing with your life. This woman is so beautiful and she is such a ray of sunshine. Like I was just saying, if you shine brightly the way God created you, you will do well on that. And Julianne is crushing it. Can your husband teach my husband the tax stuff so that I don't have to? No, I think my husband, if he were here right now, he'd be like, just for legal reasons, I am not going to teach taxes. I love it. I love it. No, I loaded my $10 bamboo show. Let's go. 100 items. Go bookmark, friends. Yes, eat dinner. Yeah, I have her sweatshirt and I knew it was airy. That's awesome. How do you know? Like this ribbed part? I just sourced this 2 days ago. So I was pretty stoked that it's long enough on my arms. I love Aerie. Aerie's my jam. Will you guys tell me your first names, where you're from, and where you're at in the reselling process? Let's go, John. Let's go, baby. We got a coaching call. So, Amy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you message me on the school platform. Just click my name and it'll send me a message and send me your husband's email. I will send him a separate invitation for him to create his own account. Awesome. Amy and John, Virginia Beach. Tell me where you're at in your reselling business too. Like, are you first show? Are you already streaming? Have you gone live? Like, where are you at in your reselling journey? Your first name, where you're from, and where you're at. Wow, reselling since 2016, new to whatnot, and 3 shows in. Let's go, Thrifty Mama Games. Well, I hope that this was fruitful for you because you're like exactly who we're looking for in our coaching group. Chesapeake. I love that. See, that's what's cool. And Everred, she is in our coaching group too. Is your name Radiri? Your name is hard for me to remember, but is your name Radiri? Heather and David, upstate South Carolina, still fairly new at reselling, starting a year ago, but new to whatnot. Love it. Heather, have you done a show? Mandy in Virginia, reselling since 2020, Etsy since 2022. Angel number. Mandy, I love Etsy. Etsy was my bread and butter for the last like year and a half of my reselling traditionally. I made so much money on that app. It was legit. Yes. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to say your name. I just know Funky Little Studio. Your name is beautiful though. Live selling and other platforms, whatnot since 2022, baby. Took a year off live selling. Back at it now. Let's go. You guys, Funky Little Studio, they are the OGs of Q&A. They started at the same time as me, and they're amazing. Okay, Red Deer Re. Love it. Yes, I have had 5 or 6 shows. All have gone very well, but I am so unorganized. It makes it hard. Heather, we can help you. Okay, Regina, I love that. I consider myself a part-time job. I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom and part-time school nurse. Wow. Julianne is a pediatric nurse. I know that. Julianne by Memphis, Tennessee, reselling since MySpace of 2006. Just bought a boat with my 2024 whatnot earnings. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Started last January. This is Amy and John. Went live a few times, sold about 350 items, and then stopped abruptly due to wedding planning and starting our biz. Amy, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Do you still? I do not. Mandy, I do not sell on Etsy. I am. There will be a season where I will sell my graphic design T-shirts, like Printify. So I will eventually, once I grow my reselling business and I grow our coaching program, I am going to definitely use Etsy to do that. I think I have like, I don't know, 800 sales on Etsy. It was a lot. Aria from Ohio, reselling since 2013, whatnot since last year, but need doing shows soon. Love it. Got approved, but still nervous. Oh my goodness, Surfix. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. Upstate South Carolina. Let's go, baby. Reselling since 2018, but my been reselling live since September 2023. She's full time, baby. She's in our coaching group too. I know. That's awesome, Julianne. You just aged yourself. We all thought you were 20 until now. I love it. We love whatnot. My mom and I went live on Friday nights mostly while my dad and John sat in the other room and watched us and brought us snacks and water. I love it. My husband watches me from the other room. It's true. It's true. It's true. You're 47. I love it. You just got married? Congratulations. Let's go, Bree. Salt Lake City, Utah. Represent. Love it. Reselling since 2019. Been live reselling for a year, but I mostly sell on IG. I sell half and half, whatnot, and IG. You guys, if you're not following your girl Thrifts on Instagram, she does like a live auction using her Instagram posts, and it is so fun to watch. I'm like addicted to her Instagram. Sold mostly women's vintage clothing and some costume jewelry. IG is wild. It is wild, Julian. It's like a wild, wild west. Everyone's slinging clothes. Everyone's slinging something on there, but you can make money. You just got married in October. My husband and I just got married 2 Octobers ago. In 2022, we got married. I've been doing some shows. Is your name Tanya? Tanya. You guys, I literally have been live for so long I can't even speak. October 9th is our anniversary. I've been doing some shows but struggling to get views and consistent sales. My schedule is not able to be consistent. Don't know how to make this work. Tanya, I feel you, girl. I would definitely recommend you to join our coaching group if this is something you want to take seriously, and we can look deeper into your situation so we can kind of navigate a good roadmap for you. If not, no worries. I'm always here Sunday afternoon to do Q&As, and I will give you the same answers I would give in the Q&A. You just aren't going to get like that step-by-step guided assistance, but I feel like you want to do it though. Okay, Vegas, love it. Reselling since 2019, live selling for 2 months, full time reseller, and loving the coaching group. Let's go, baby. I started reselling on IG, so that's all I knew for a long time. Adriana from Kansas, have casually sold on Mercari since 2019, but I feel a call to do what not. Let's go, Midnight Pavilion. Love it. We both left corporate world to run our own biz. You are. You're gonna become one of my really good friends. I can feel it. And crush life together. Woohoo! Asher, is that your name? Is your name Asher? I love that that is your name, if that is your name. Started reselling audiobooks on Amazon, Z Shops, eBay, and half.com since 1999. Let's go. Coming to live online sales first this month. I love it. Stephanie, Northern Nevada, brand new, hoping to do my first show in a week. Yeah. All right, Anita is from Arkansas, and I have been reselling for 15 years, but went live on Whatnot 2 months ago. Fun facts, I did costume design for years, did competitive costuming. What is competitive costuming? Now back to resell hard in 2024. My husband just quit to go full time in the biz. Let's go. Okay, it's a nickname. What's your first name? I really like it. That's cute. Oh, Amy. Okay, that makes sense. I get it. Amy, that's legit. Dude, Amazon Z Shop? I got no clue. You could school me on that all day long. I got no idea how to do that. That's amazing, though. Congratulations. You guys, this was so fun. I love it. I just love being able, because in my shows, I'm very strategic minded. I want to stay on course and I want to get better. So I'm very observational to what is happening in my show, that I don't like get these opportunities to give back to you guys, you know? Can't do it anymore on Amazon. Back when they were new. Yeah, I bet. I've watched some of those YouTube resellers on Amazon and I'm like, I got no clue. I got no. Wonderland Vintage. Welcome, welcome. Hi. You bought a business and have been so busy. So good to catch you. Downright Thrifty, how are you? So grateful you are here. I love it. I'm so glad. Rita, is your daughter still selling? I feel like I haven't seen her in a long time either. What kind of business did you buy? That's amazing. Hi, Wonderland. How are you? We're just, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm free to answer. She has 2 shows planned. Okay, I'm gonna go bookmark. Amazon is next to Whatnot, the best. I sell there since 2007. Wow, Danielle, I did not know that. That's awesome. If you guys want to throw in your shows, let's like do a bookmark train, so we can like help each other. If you guys want to put in your next show, do it. Let's do a little bookmark train where we can go and bookmark everyone's next live. Also, all of the tips from this live are going to be added to our vehicle fund. Thank you, Jesus, for all of these. I'm so grateful. Anita, let's go, baby. I love it. Okay, I am bookmarking. Did it. Anita, I love your show posters. They're so catchy and it gets me. Okay, hold it. We bought a vending machine business with 15 machines. This is something the girls can all help with. Oh, I love that. We're all about personal, spiritual, and professional growth. We are older newlyweds, but big dreams and goals. Can't wait to meet you all and grow together. I love it. I'm waiting on stronger internet before setting my first show. Oh, that's such a bummer. I live in the county. Laugh aloud. Fiber optic is coming soon. That sounds so cool. It does sound so cool. Yeah, what do you sell on Amazon, Daniela? I didn't even know you did that. Do you resell your used clothing? Can you even do that? I don't think you can. This is so odd. This music just started playing again. Like we needed something else to keep me occupied. I need to get busy in the evenings with my whatnot. My whole upstairs is covered. I hear you. My next show is supposed to be tonight. I may just move it. I'm not ready. Or I may pop on and be a hot mess. Heather, be a hot mess. People can be, it's so relatable for people to be a hot mess. But the key is to get your booty going, you know? I definitely think that, like, if you're struggling systematically, that is one thing my husband and I are incredibly motivated by, is looking at our business and systematically setting it up so that we win and we take out everything that does not help us. We love the concept called lean. It's called lean manufacturing. Toyota, Mercedes, they use this sort of style of leaning out their business. And so we are going to incorporate that same knowledge in the coaching group. So if you signed up, let's go. Sometimes the hot mess ones are the most fun. I love it. I do the hot mess thing. Yes. I told you it's relatable. Everyone's a hot mess. I sell everything I can sell. I'm grandfathered in. So books, clothes, shoes, toys, anything. To look amazing, tanned and new hair. Thank you. Um, Rita, I had a revelation a couple of weeks ago that I was like, I'm going to treat every live as a show. Like, that means my staging of myself needs to improve. So I dyed my own hair, which I love. I am so, like, I think it looks so good. It took me a minute. I had like a little bit of a shock, but I realized, like, I want every live to be a show, and I want to be just as staged, not in like a synthetic way or like overly trying to exert, like, you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. And so I really wanted to put time and attention into what I look like, and making sure when people come up and come into my show, they're like, let's go. She's ready. Let's go. I'm ready. Like, I want my show to be a show that on Saturday night, they're like, we can't go out to dinner because we got to watch whatnot. That's what I want. That's my goal, is to keep it fun and amazing and just like, you never know what you're going to get, you know? People have been so supportive. I can't wait to get in your class and learn. Yes, I love it. You're going to love it. We're going to be able to help you so much, Heather. I bet you look just fine. You got this. I also ship all to Amazon. They handle everything for me. That's awesome, Daniela. Hot mess girl here. That's why John and I make a good team. John is function and I am fluff and fun. I love it. I love it too. It looks beautiful. I rescheduled my kids show for this Friday night, doing $5 starts on vintage and modern. I didn't know you sold kids. I'm going. I'm bookmarking. Oh, I'm already bookmark. Of course. I'm going to bookmark your other ones though. Ooh, active wear. Cute. Okay. I bookmark you in a prepared way. We love you. I love you, Daniela. It's like watching a new episode of your favorite TV show. Yes. You guys, Whatnot is going to be the new QVC. You know? Like, have you guys ever caught yourself when TV was a thing, like cable TV was a thing, just straight up watching QVC into the wee hours of the night? Like, I would never buy anything. I just would watch it. And that is what I think Whatnot's going to become, is the next QVC. And you have to have incredible lighting. You got to have great items. You got to be able to do all the things, you know? Dress for success. Yes, that green room. Amen. It is, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Rita. I love you. Oh, yes, Rita, we are doing a private coaching group. The link is in my Instagram. It's a subscription style model. It's a subscription style model. And we do a group coaching call every Monday. We offer private coaching. So we curate and sort of formulate a plan to help you grow your business, curated to your lifestyle, to where you source, all the deets, and you should join. I think you'd really, really love it. And I would just look. I am. I'm part of it. What are you doing? I'm going to the bathroom. Okay, okay. But yeah, the coaching group link, if anyone can join, you just have to be a live reseller or desire to become a live reseller. You don't even have to be approved on Whatnot. We can help you get in the game with that. We do not do coaching for traditional reselling. It is only for live reselling. So just keep that in mind. And the link is in my Instagram profile. Yes, my grandma had it on 24/7, Katie. It's absolutely is the new QVC. Yes, I've explained it that exact way to every single person. Yes, Amy, I love it. You can find good deals if you have insomnia. Let's go. It's the entertainment. It's so true. And also, that's another reason why I leveled up like staging myself, because I want to say like 70% of my audience just watches. They don't ever buy. It's like I should have my husband figure out like the ratio on that, how to figure that out, like how many people were in the show and how many people actually purchased and what that ratio is. But there are people who literally just watch. But there's also studies that have come out where they have mathematically figured out how many hours someone needs to watch you before you purchase. So I find that super interesting. So someone who may be watching you at any point can turn into a buyer, you know? Yes, you stumble on it as you look for something to watch, and then before you know it, you're hooked. It's so true. You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Hasher. I hope you guys got value. Wonderful. We'd love for you to check it out. Rita, if you have any questions, just message me. Would you feel comfortable if I'm sorry, Midnight Pavilion, I don't know. Yes, if you Venmo to me and said, yes, of course, of course. My Venmo screen name, if you just want to message me, I can send you my Venmo screen name. Thank you so much. One thing, you guys, that I have learned since becoming a Christian is receiving when people are trying to bless you. So if someone is trying to give you a tip or money and you're like, no, you don't need to do that, you should do that, because you don't know if God is giving them a prompting to give you a tip. So I hope I don't seem like greedy or like, I don't know, or like inappropriate for accepting money, but I feel like there's just some people who struggle with receiving, and it's something I'm sure that stems from experiences in childhood or just like how they grew up. But I find that you never know who's trying to bless you, and you should receive it, you know? Yes, but they will buy eventually. Katie, you're always on it. Everything that I say, I scroll, I'm like, she knows. Sometimes I fall asleep watching a live, and then I wake up 2 hours later wondering whose strange voice is talking. I love it. I do not. Cara, I do not sell on other platforms. Yes, 7.5 hours. Let's go. Myron Golden. That someone needs to spend 7.5 hours with you before they trust you enough to buy. Like the football cards I watched. You guys, I was talking to Brie at the bins, and she's like, my guilty pleasure is watching the football cards being auctioned on Whatnot. She doesn't buy anything. Oh, she has won giveaways, but she's like up at night watching those. Do you even like football? I love it. That's so funny. I love your show because of all the chatty peeps. Feels like a family. Yes, Anita, I love that. I'm bad at that. The receiving. Good reminder. Yes. Receive, guys. I'm so bad at that. This is true. Yeah. Like next time someone tries to give you something, take it. Stop yourself and receive it. And it'll get easier. It's the best. I've been caught up in those shows. Why have I never watched the other stuff? I always stick to closed. New addiction, unlocked. Minus the sneaker streams. Do you even like football? I lurk in people's shows. I love learning from others. I love that, Cara. That's awesome. Yes, I love football. My career is all about sports, so I love sports. I should have known that. Favorite was my favorite whatnot story is when your velvet and gold coat and dress vest went up to over 300 was so fun to watch. Yes, that was super cool. I that was one of my favorite memories too. And I had told my husband like 3 hours before that live that I was going to have my first over $100 sale. Do you remember that, babe? I know. Uh-huh. And then I got through. The Lord was like, "Oh yeah, well, over 100, over 200, over 300," and I was just like, "Yeah, God is so good." And while I'm on my live, I am speaking to God the whole time. The best way that I got over the anxiety of an item not selling for what I wanted it to was to speak to God and be like, Jesus, I trust you with the outcome of this show. I don't know how it's going to show up. And at the end, really? Priscilla, I just got it. Okay. VM me. VM me. I want to hear. Um, It was amazing. That's the only way. Yes, I will literally speak to God the whole time and just be like, Lord, I trust you. I thought that item was going to go for more, but I give you my business. I give you the outcome, and then I just keep going. And it's not like now I don't get upset about items not going. It's more like, I thought that would have gone for more, you know? It was amazing. That's the only way. Same. Love it. He told us to buy it business. I love it. Rita, I love it. I'm going to a movie with Brian. Watch Godzilla. Have a good night. I love you, Daniela. Truly, truly do. You are such a wonderful woman. I just want you to know that. You guys, we did it. We did a Q&A. We delivered the value. If you want to join our coaching group, hit me up on Instagram. Same Instagram handle here. It's also in the show notes. And I'm going to hop off and have some Chipotle with my beautiful husband. God is good. Always, yes. Sometimes I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, but somehow he always pulls me through. Let's go. You are so welcome. Thank you for all of the tips. I will have a new total of where we're at, and we're going to get that car, baby. We're going to get it before we know it. I love you, Pris. I'm going to text you back. I see that you sent it to me. You're so welcome. So, so welcome. Mandy, your name was Mandy, right? This Q&A timing was perfect tonight. Amen. Is that how? Yes. Amy. No. So Rita, we had to, so when we got suspended on Whatnot, all of our income stopped for like a lag of 12 days. This was the only income that we currently have. It was a decision. My husband left his corporate job to come into this full time, and we lost our instant pay for a month. So we fell so behind because we did not have my shows bringing in the money. And so we had to sell our car in order for us to be able to pay our rent and not get evicted. So we have had 2 sedans our whole relationship, but I have 6 kids. So 4 of them live with my ex-husband, and then 2 of them live here. And we have never had a vehicle big enough for all of us. So this will be a huge game changer and a huge blessing. I was suspended from Whatnot for not complying with their 2-day ship time. Yes, he will deliver, baby. That's what's up. So true. But yes, I love you guys so much. Let's rate someone in women's vintage since we are vintage sellers. We're going to do, should we do Hammy or Liz? Hammy or Liz? I love both of them. I love Liz. I love her. Let's do Hammy. Okay. I love it. You guys, thank you so much for a great Q&A. Reach out to me on Whatnot on Messenger if you want my clothing, hair, any questions. Like, never feel bad for reaching out. I love you guys. Hammy is legit. He's so good. He's got great process, and you'll love his items.